What's going on, 3D Destroyer? What's up, Sword? Gonna try to stream again today. Hopefully nothing happens with the internet. Apologize in advance if it does. What's up, Dave Langer? I'm glad you're here, man. The hidden goo agenda? What? What does that mean? Alright, let's go check out the space station. We are speculating today, 3D Destroyer, about a few different things. So I kind of wanted to pick up where I left off yesterday regarding, obviously the Beyond teaser trailer. No Man's Sky Online. What does that mean? And then some other things have happened also. So Sean Murray spoke at GDC, which I thought was really interesting, as well as Google announced Stadia. And I don't know if that's good for the gaming industry or not. So I just kind of wanted to talk about a few different things, speculate on a few different things, and that'll kind of be the attitude of the channel today, assuming that everything holds together. Where'd that thing go? Ah, there we go. Got TSS in the chat, says here for a short time. Thank you for stopping by. Dave Langer says, oh, stop right there. We got Funny Imps in the chat, says, Panda, did you get your cable provider and send them a message? No. I didn't want to shave off any more years of my life regarding the issue, so I just kind of slept it off and hoped that today it works better. TSS Gaming says, here for a short time. Appreciate you stopping by. Dave Langer says, that symbol on the back wall is where I think the portal-looking thing is in the trailer. Got KJ PC Gaming with a thumbs up and a smiley face. What's going on, KJ? Enrico Bandito says, in before raid. Nice. Thank you. Hashtag noob love. Thank you, guys. Noob love indeed. And 3D says, Beyond trailer looks like a mechanic bay to me. I have high hopes we are getting ship design, build, customization. Sword says, hashtag noob love. And Cassie Abraham says, hashtag sword raiders. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, so let's actually look at that right quick. Pretty cool ship. Not enough slots for me. Ooh, I do like this hauler though, actually. I'm digging this thing. Is this a mid? Is this a full size? What do we got here? Mid. Alright. It's a very cool design though. Yeah, so back there, right? Is that kind of what we're thinking? That I think it's a space station. I think that there's a space station redesign. I don't think that this necessarily opens up, and I think these landing platforms kind of go away. If you notice, that ship wasn't on a landing platform. It was just kind of there, landed on the ground. So I think that the thing in the back is a terminus. And if you go back and you look at that clip, it looks like a terminus to me. It really does. So I'm thinking that is potentially how we might be able to traverse between the different galaxies. Obviously, that's full-blown speculation, but in the blog post, he talks about sort of a new way, a new social online way of players being able to meet each other across the universe. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the different galaxies are all part of one universe. So is it possible then that the space stations will be the key to traversing the different universes? I guess we'll see, but that's kind of my thoughts on it. Going back to the ship customization bay um, that 3D talked about, is I think that we're getting that. Here's what I mean. Like if we go over here, I've always said this. I'm just gonna hop over here real quick. All right, one stone's throw away. So if we take a look over here, so you've got your multi-tool bay, you've got all these different bays, but if you look back there, you see those same arms back there, overlooking the ship, are the same arms that are used when you go to the character customization screen, right? Your appearance modifier. So same exact arms. So those arms are modifying my appearance. Those arms in that room are modifying ship customizations. I think that all of these things are just like little hints, like Easter eggs. Like, hey, I mean, I could be wrong. I might be looking into it too hard, but I do know that Hello Games does follow the community. They do watch these streams, not necessarily mine probably, but they do watch streams in general. They follow the community, people's Reddit posts and things on Twitter, and they have an idea for what people want out of the game and the way that they play. And I think that when it comes to that sort of thing, ship customization is a highly desired feature. So the Beyond trailer looks like Mechanic Bay. Yep, so we already went over that. KJ says cannot wait for a new update. So excited. Yeah, it's really crazy. And the thing that got me the most excited actually is just before Sean Murray's closing statement at GDC, and I'll kind of dive into that. But yeah, so 3D says, yeah, I think that the thing in the teaser is a customizable space station, and that the platform the ship is on lets us also customize our ship. Yeah, I think that actually, um, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say if it's a space station or not. It looks like a space station to me with a giant terminus at the back, and I think that that would add to the immersion of your ship coming with you when you go through the terminus. So rather than a player walk through the terminus and then all of a sudden your ship is at a different space station, it's possible that in No Man's Sky Beyond, you walk up to the console, you select where the terminus will take you, and then you get in your ship and fly it into the terminus, and then coming out the other side into a different space station. Um, so that's kind of where my mind takes me, but yeah, all of these are great concepts. Um, we got Bolito G says, "Hey Panda, what's going on, Bolito G?" I'm a bit concerned about MMO remarks, but I would love to see a space update. I think everybody would love to see a space update, and I don't see how they could call it Beyond um, without doing a space update. I think it's one of the most lacking components of this game is space, right? A lot of other games are very space centric, like Elite Dangerous, for example. But No Man's Sky is more exploration centric and survival centric, but a majority of that is taking place terrestrially. So most of your survival and exploration is occurring at the planetary level, not the space level, right? Not not at a degree at which I would like to see. I want more openness when it comes to space. I'd like to see a little bit more realism, but not too much. The surreal sci-fi nature of this game is one of its most attractive, points, and I don't want to see that lost. But I do want to see navigation between planets be a little bit better. I would love to be able to steer and pulse drive, possibly a new warp animation. I've been talking about that since the dawn of time. I think the warp animation really could be improved to make the entire experience more immersive. And yeah, I think that it could go a long way there. I also would like to just see like remnants of battles in space. Maybe as you're flying between planets, you might come across a derelict freighter that's just floating, that's adrift, that you can dock with and explore and find rare resources or maybe a new weapon inside, just something that makes it more interesting to be in space, right? Because right now we're only in space as long as we need to get to the planet we're going to explore, and I think that they could expand on space, just like they did with the oceans in the Abyss update, right? They made the oceans a lot more immersive, a lot deeper. They added more flora and fauna variety in the oceans, and with caves and everything else, and that made the oceans much more interesting to explore. They did the same thing with terrain generation. They made the terrain much more interesting, and then they did visions to enhance the terrain and to enhance planetary biomes. And I think the same is going to be true with the Beyond update, that they're going to make a lot of enhancements to space. And it's sorely needed, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's one of the most lacking components in the game is space. All right, before I move on, just going to get caught up in the chat here real quick. Sword says, "Okay, guys, go hit that like button." Yes, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you do. Funny Imp says, "I'm lurking, but I'm going to try to chime in on the speculation a bit. Sean was awesome yesterday. Such a mature dude. Peeps can really learn from him. I think that he has single-handedly changed the gaming industry, and I'll tell you why. He has set the bar, and I'll dig into that a bit deeper, because our expectations for what game developers should do with regarding to releasing games and games that come out imperfect, how those game developers should go about rectifying those issues. And I think that Hello Games sort of set the bar with that, and I'll dig into that as well. Um, Enrico Bandito says it's nice he showed the fan art. It really is. I think one of those pictures might have actually been from Ash Facta. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's that was great to see that. You know, he looks at the community. He sees what everybody's doing. He sees all the efforts that everybody's putting in, all the bases being built, all the content creators. There's no doubt in my mind that somebody from Hello Game Studio has come across this channel and Swords channel and Cobra. Well, obviously Cobra and MZK, you know, and L Plays and all these different guys, you know, Ivy Mike and Gaming Mike and all these people that have been covering No Man's Sky for a long time. So, yeah, absolutely. Dave Lang says, not to mention that he data mined files talking about ship customizing. Yeah, I mean, I get that the procedural nature of the game can sort of make it difficult with regard to customizing a ship that might be procedurally generated where parts are sort of kind of stuck together. But I'm sure that they've fixed that. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure that they've got sort of a kind of like with the Exocraft that they're going to have a more uniform way of procedurally generating those ships, and then you'll have customizable components. So, oh, just flew right through that meteor. Or asteroid. It's not a meteor until it's in the atmosphere. Technically. Enough of this. Let's go ahead and hit up this planet. Dude, we got UR Godsmack in the chat. What's going on? Hidden says, make sure you like and subscribe if you are new. Yes, yes, indeed, please do. Funny Imp says, 100% with you on those arms in the backgrounds, just like we can change our colors, character size, helmets and such. I think the same will come for ships. Not only colors, but certain ships. Yeah, I also think that, you know, we're going to get like a hard points type system where when you add a new kind of weapon on the ship, you see that weapon physically manifested on the ship, much like we see with the Exocraft right now as well. I think that the Exocraft was sort of, that was their first divvy into that, and that they've been working on it since. Sean's speech was cool. It definitely was. Dave Langer says, even if you are not new, exactly. Wasn't multi-tool customization also data mine? That would be nice. I would also like to see Dark Lord multiple multi tools capable of being held by players. I think that that would be interesting as well, and something that I love this planet already. My God, something that would be highly desired because I like certain pistol designs and I like certain rifle designs, and I want to be able to have a pistols design mostly for like mining and exploration type stuff, and then I'd like my rifle for defense. So we got some dragons here. Delingle, pretty cool procedural name, I guess. So go ahead and take a dip in that pond real quick. Okay, that was more like a puddle. Broken legs. All right, let's check out these caves. We got Johnny B in the chat says, "What's going on, Johnny B? Thank you for stopping by." Colin Sheffield says, "I think we'll see a mechanic similar to Elite Dangerous power play. Players can opt to align themselves with Gek, Vy'keen, or Korvax and carry missions to gain access to unique faction-locked items. That would be sick." And I don't recognize your name, Colin Sheffield, so you either haven't been by in a while or you're new. And if you're new, thank you for stopping by. And I hope you enjoy the stream. We got Dave Langer, so it's just adding things like planet rotation and orbit as well as a sun would go a long way. Yeah, I think so. A lot of people are worried that people are, whoa, sorry guys, got to go into photo mode. That the game is going to become too realistic, but I don't think so. I don't really see that being a big problem. And yeah, as long as they keep the sci-fi spirit of the game, I don't really see it being a problem. I wonder if like I could fly the ooh, right. Oh my god. I wonder if I could fly the ship right there. That would be sick. Beggar's Canyon kind of thing. It's just that the space doesn't really offer much right now. And there's a lot of cool things that we already have that if space were improved, we'd get much more enjoyment out of. Like for example, our freighters with the amount of frigates that we can own. I want to see how they expand on that. What are they going to do with that? How are they going to put us in a position where maybe we can battle with those or explore with those? What if those frigates become multi-crew ships? I would love to see that. I think that a lot of what we're going to see. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, they're just already angry. I think a lot of what we're going to see in the update is going to be space. I think frigates are the frigate freighter system right now. It's a cool feature, but it's also a glaring problem because there's not enough to do there. And players, if everyone's being honest, they haven't really not divvied, but they haven't really played around with that very much. They haven't put a lot of time into building that fleet, sending that fleet off on missions, upgrading those frigates and stuff like that because they're not really highly interactive. You can land on them and kind of walk around in them. They can come back damaged, and you've got to repair them, and that's really about it. Honestly, I would love to build a base inside this cave. These are some huge open caves. Oh, and we got some animals in here. Very cool. Anybody that is residing in the FDI hub area, this is in the Wansham Void. A lot of really cool systems here. Let's take a look here. So we've got Under Snartalack, aka Scott, says hashtag New Love Sword Channel Raid. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate that. Sword will tell you I'm a big fan of his. We are friends, and I appreciate you guys being here. Big fan of Sword, and try to catch his streams whenever I can. Usually I'm working when he's streaming, so I've got my earpiece in at work, and I'm blankly staring at customers while I'm listening to Sword. So. Let's see what's going on here. So we've got RT Moody says, I thought he did a good job speaking at the conference. Yeah, you could tell that he's not really comfortable in a public setting, but he did a really good job. And, one of the big things that he said that I really liked, that I thought was kind of like giving me hope for what the Beyond update is going to be. He said that everything that they do from now on, that they want to do for that moment of elation, that thing that makes them happy. Releasing the game doesn't make them happy. Developing the game does. Making things that people want to play. That's what makes them happy, and they want to push the envelope. And he said that if we're not making things that are ambitious and that have impact, what are we making them for? And I think that that's a huge thing to look into regarding what we might be looking at with Beyond Update, because in the blog post on No Man's Sky's website, he talks about essentially it's their most ambitious update yet. And next, if you think about it, Atlas Rises, they've all been ambitious updates, but particularly Next was like the most ambitious, and they're saying that Beyond is even more ambitious than that. And then he's at GDC saying that everything that they do, they want to be more ambitious and have a large impact. And so I think that that's what we're going to be getting with Beyond. It's really going to push the envelope of what's capable with this sort of game. So, guys, we've got Hidden in the chat. Hidden, and anything that you want to take it away with, or
Man, no. I mean, I've been listening to it on the way back from the store, and I pretty much agree with everything.
hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it was a really good speech, and I like everything that was sort of discussed. I like that they talked about. He was very upfront with the launch, what happened with the launch. He didn't spend too much time talking about the negative stuff. But he spent a lot of time talking about what they learned and the positive lessons that came from their launch experience. And I think that them going through that is going to change the games industry. Um, Video game companies, they're going to be held accountable for, at this point. Um, Anthem, unlike Destiny, can't come out with a half-assed release that they fix over time through paid
Correct.
DLC. That seems to be the
Correct.
formula that companies have been taking the last couple of years. And
In
a game,
everything, it doesn't matter what it is.
yeah, well, and a game like Anthem, it comes out, right? And there's some problems. It's crashing and bricking PlayStation consoles, and there's some severe glaring issues with it. But do you think that Anthem is going to get away with dropping DLC expansions that fix the problems that should have been fixed at launch?
No, and I don't think people should accept that either because people spend $60 on a game and nowadays you get a game half-ass made or half-ass even done, period. And you get the game, you buy it for $60, it's not done, not completed, and then you got to wait almost 2 years it seems like for a game to get caught up with what it should have at launch. And the only way that we're going to change that is if people put their foot down and either stop pre-ordering, stop buying the game, and game companies will realize that it's affecting them and change their ways, which we need to do. Like we need something to change. I mean, look at Fallout 76. I'm not knocking it for anyone out there that plays Fallout 76, but you got a game with no NPCs, you have a AAA title game that delivered nothing. You know what I mean? So it's just really just disappointing because games used to not be like this,
Well, and
and
I
it
think
seems to
I
be a
think
trend.
that No Man's Sky is taking us, Hello Games is taking us back to that purist art form
Right,
where
right,
they're holding themselves accountable. Sean Murray said in his GDC speech that it would have been easy, and this is the key word that he said, almost expected of them to give up. Because if you look at, like Mass Effect Andromeda and stuff like that, where maybe the game had a less desired impact than what the developer intended, they
right.
might drop a couple of patches and then just kind of give up on it. And that was sort of what people were expecting of Hello Games. But they did the opposite. They buckled down and they just worked even harder, listened to the community, changed the game. And, if you bought this game in 2016, you have not paid anything else for all of this. You've
None.
gotten an ARG, Foundations, you've gotten Pathfinder, you've gotten Atlas Rises, No Man's Sky Next, The Abyss, Visions, and now Beyond, and you pay $60 one time. What they're doing is they're
Yep.
saying, "Hey, we're gonna make money as a studio by attracting new players to play a game and purchase a game based on the content that we add to the game. We're gonna give them reasons to buy it, um, and one of those reasons is that we're going to continue to support this game for the foreseeable future, in this way, as Sean Murray states with every update. And I think that's really important, and that's how the gaming industry is going to change. Cobra talks about that a lot. That like, there's the argument that games should cost more money, and okay, that argument might be true, but you should only have to pay that money one time. I think that you attract new players into the game through retail purchases and online purchases, not through microtransactions and DLC.
Right, I completely agree.
And that kind of goes back to that MMO concept that somebody brought up in the chat earlier, where they said they were worried about the MMO comments. Um, I kind of talked about this yesterday, although you may not have heard it over all the screaming I was doing because the stream wasn't working. But uh, just because he says they don't consider it to be an MMO doesn't mean that it won't be one. What I think he's essentially saying in the blog post is, hey, this game, we don't consider this an MMO in the traditional circumstances where you've got, paid DLC, you've got microtransactions or subscription fees in order to play
Right.
this massively multiplayer experience. But it's going to have a lot of callbacks to things like that. It's going to feel recognizable in that way, but not necessarily be that thing. And I think
Right.
that's kind of what he's going for. Is that I think Beyond is going to take on a more MMO type style, but with none of the pitfalls, all of the
Paid
benefits,
with
and
none
none of
of
the
the
cons.
right. Right, none of the paid subscriptions, none of the paid cosmetics, none of that. It's just we're getting rid of the orbs and replacing it with player models, like an MMO, just without the background of the MMO. It's literally an MMO without the paid subscriptions, without the paid cosmetics. This is how you would want an MMO to be, and that's what they're giving you, I promise you. A long time ago, when I was watching the game before it came out, he never ever once said that there's going to be paid DLC or you're going to have any kind of subscription. So I'm sticking to that, and I'm quite convinced that that's how it's going to be. I don't see them um, starting to do that now. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and honestly, if this Beyond update comes out and it becomes another successful venture for Hello Games and it attracts even more players back to the game or first time players to the game, I think that a lot of companies out there are going to be hard pressed to continue to take up that model. If you think about it,
Yeah, yeah.
it's going to become more difficult for them to try to find ways to derive money through microtransactions or subscription fees. Now, there are
Completely
games out
agree.
there that do it well. You've got games like Warframe, which is free to play on
Great game.
Switch,
Yep,
on
yep.
Xbox, on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
It's
Yep.
completely free to play, and there's microtransactions, but there's not a pay to win mechanic. So you still have to earn your keep in that game, and it's a really well made game. And I think that if you're going to take on that model, they've done it just about better than everybody else for the most part. But they're really the only ones that can really, I think, get away with something like that. Anyone that's doing that sort of thing. Um,
So PLO617 says Sean actually did mention paid DLC once. There was outrage over it though. I never saw that or heard of it, so maybe he did. If he did, I will be the first to say I was wrong. But as far as I know, I've never heard of that happening.
yeah, I mean, me neither, but I'll
Where?
just take Flo's word for it.
Right, right. Well, where did you see it, Flo?
Because I mean, dude, during the release and the development of No Man's Sky, there was so much content coming out from Hello Games that something that easily could have been missed. I'm really taken aback by this planet, and I think I want to build a base here. The caves and like the little ponds and stuff are kind of blowing me away right now. I'm gonna find an ocean.
So,
I want to see what the oceans look like.
so Dave Langer says if Hello Games does VR, that will be paid IMO since it will be a different game. Uh,
No, I still
Maybe.
don't think so.
I still don't see that though. What's up, Tariq? Tariq Starks just joined.
Oh hell yeah,
Says hey
dude!
all.
Welcome back, Tariq. So I'm gonna make a quick attempt to try to get caught up here, just to see. Obviously we do like to read our comments, so I want to see what everyone's talking about here.
Colin Sheffield says that comment from Sean was odd. Subscriptions and paid DLC aren't in the top of the list of MMO identifiers for me. Gaining XP, a level system, quality slash rarity based loot, raids, bosses are so much higher. I agree with that, Colin.
No, but if you look at the point that Colin's making, that's exactly what I'm trying to say, and I think that
Right.
Colin is actually saying it better. Everything that Colin just listed are all the positive things that people identify with MMOs.
Yes.
Sean specifically listed the negative things: the paid DLC, the microtransactions, the subscription fees. Those are the
Hey,
negative
generic, what's up?
components. So
Right.
that's what I think he's saying is he's saying that you're going to see a lot of things that are familiar to an MMO, but you're not going to see these things, right?
Plo,
He's
Plo, oh, I'm sorry. Go
no
ahead.
no go,
I'm
go ahead
sorry.
go ahead.
Plo said that he tweeted that a little before launch, which is probably how I missed it because I don't really do Twitter a lot.
Yeah. Um,
So that's yeah.
and at that time, I mean, the biggest thing they ever did was like Joe Danger, so it's kind of like they're feeling the waters. They had no idea what they were doing with that launch. Um, but no, I agree with what Colin's saying. I think that that's something to really get excited about because think about the idea of No Man's Sky with new enemies, with raids, with an experience system where you can level up, with all these different things, but none of the pitfalls, none of the paid DLC, none of the paid subscription fees, none of that shit.
What's up, Slade? What's up, bro?
Oh, we got
It looks
Slade in
like
the
he
chat.
just joined in. Yep.
What's going on, Slade? Let's see here.
You
Colin
guys
says,
do
I
make
think
sure that you like the video. It does help. So if you're watching and you're enjoying, smash that like button. And if you are new to the channel here today, go ahead and hit subscribe and get future great content.
Yeah, make sure you hit that bell button to get the notifications for when we go live. Colin Sheffield says, I think we'll see a mechanic similar to Elite Dangerous. Power play players can opt in to align themselves with Gek, Viking, or Korvax and carry missions to gain access to unique faction locked items. I know you love you some carry missions hidden, so that would
Do
be
what
a
now?
cool. I said I know you love some carry missions, so he's talking about a
Oh, yes,
mechanic similar
yes.
to Elite Dangerous. Yeah,
Yes, I was all about that. But what you have a hard time understanding, like why would I like to haul cargo somewhere? Because for some people it's boring, but for people, some people really enjoy that kind of gameplay, which is me. I like it.
Dave said I can't believe he's got 3 kids now. Starkwolf says, "Fuck Panda, amazing planet." And I know he didn't spell fuck, but this is the Hidden Panda show, and I can say that. So, um, yeah, this planet is awesome, and I'm going to put something here, change the name of it or something, so that I can come back to it. Because not only is this a lush planet that is really pretty looking, but the cave systems really set this planet off, and it feels alien because of that, and that's what I like about it. It's a good combination of both. Guys, if we're
You should
missing
name.
any of
Yep.
your comments and you really do want us to read them and get to them and answer any questions or touch on any subjects that you want to bring up, if I haven't already gotten to it or Hidden hasn't already gotten to it, just comment it again, so that we can catch it next time. And that's kind of the rule going forward. Whenever we have streams where there's many of you commenting in the chats moving kind of quickly, we want to get to
Yeah.
everybody's ideas, thoughts, theories. That's what the whole objective of the Speculation Station stream is for. And so if we didn't hit it, please just comment it again, and then we'll try to get to it. So
That's what we kind
Ballisticola
of
is in
based
the.
our.
Oh, go
That's
ahead.
what we
Yeah.
based our channel. Yeah, that's what we based our channel on was to read everybody's comments, and a lot of YouTubers don't, or they have a hard time with reading them. But here we strive for that. We strive to read every comment and talk to y'all.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So, Hidden, my wife did try to call me. I'm going to call her back just to make sure everything's okay. If you wouldn't mind just kind of helping with the comments and keeping up with the chat till I get back.
You got it.
All right, one sec.
So yeah, guys, let me know what are you most anticipating to be in this Beyond update. It could be anything. What are you most excited to see? Personally, I the only thing I can think, guys, just like for next, I was pretty convinced we got player models and we got it. For this one, I'm really thinking ship customization, but that's about all I can speculate on. Dave says if they give us dungeons and quests to get unique armor, weapons, or even ship parts, that will be a game changer. Yes, I kind of want new ships to be in, like how you know what I mean? Like we need newer ships, bro. Frosty Delic, what's up? Welcome to the Hidden Panda Show. Frosty says, hope the new economy system rocks. What do you mean, new economy system, Frosty? Explain that. Colin says, at Dave Langer agree, rare ship parts earned from more challenging activities would be sweet. Yes. I'm thinking that what if those community missions that we used to get were a test for Beyond, so that whenever they reincorporate it in Beyond, it kind of rewards more and makes more sense than what it is now. Tariq says, Panda, did you see the new show on Netflix, Love, Death, and Robots? I can't speak for Panda on that because we are in two different states, but Tariq, ask that when Panda comes back. Start says, I hope the new economy system is really player driven. What? How do you guys know that there's a new economy system? Catch me up to date because I'm apparently behind. Frosty says, I hope they add new items to trade and ban items or contraband. Hope that they add space battles with a better AI. Yes, that I am hoping for too because the AI is kind of too easy right now. Dave says, I'd love to see them do a WoW style player economy where players can buy and sell stuff on a global marketplace with other real players, but for that they need dedicated servers. Huh, that is an awesome idea, Dave. Uh, Bolito G says, it would be cool if you can join a freighter expedition like missions. Yes. And 3D Destroyer, what's up, bro? I haven't been able to say hi to you yet today. 3D says, I'd like to be able to actually switch out of the pods of my freighter with pods on my hauler, use them to vaults that other players can access, leave them on planets, and make scavenger hunts. Wow. I'm going to just call you AKA Scott. What's up, AKA Scott? I'm a little worried that that new content will make the game more taxing on my Xbox. It's barely hanging in there now. Yeah, I let's hope that they have some kind of support. I would imagine they would. With this update. They might have better stability or whatever. So yeah, let's hope that too. Because honestly, mine when I play No Man's Sky, like my PlayStation 4 sounds like it's about to take flight and go to space itself. Frosty says, "Are you streaming on PC?" No, we are streaming on a PlayStation 4 Pro. Dave says, "Frosty Delic, yeah, No Man's Sky needs to be more like Everspace within or when it comes to space battles." Yes. Slade says, "Honestly, my only must-have is building optimizations and truly unlimited building. Everything else is icing on the cake." Yes, Slade. They need to incorporate better base building. I want new parts. I want new base building parts. I think that would be really cool. Colin says, I feel strongly that No Man's Sky is going to have their own version of Elite's background simulation, except a BGS that works. Here's one thing I like how space is colorful, but at the same time, I want space to be dark. Like I've found systems where space is truly dark, and man, like the planets pop. It just looks really good. I wish that maybe the only colors in space is when you go to a green system like that system would be green or it would be red or vice versa. RT Moody says, my mission board tells me to return to my base, but the destination doesn't appear at the space station teleporters. Anybody else have that problem? I have not encountered that problem, RT Moody. Anybody else? Frosty says, you should reset the mission. Plo says, we need 50% dark space. Yes, I agree with that, Plo. We need more dark space, if not the entire game. And like I said, if you're going to have a colored system, when you go to red, green, or blue stars, those systems will be colorful, and I think that makes more sense. But like a normal yellow or white star, whatever you want to call it, those would be all black space. I think that's what do you guys think? 3D says droids to farm my base like real droids. Yes, Panda and I's also talked about having droids at a base, farming or whatever. And if they could incorporate like a new element to your base would be really cool too, to where it's not just farming at your base. You're either like maybe making weapons or you're having to like research stuff like that. Colin says, so the economy would indeed be player driven. Also, galactic politics and power dynamics would be relative to the support each Has from the player base, yes. Agent Eric says, so the first update revealed is online. I'm hoping update 2 is for war, which should be a complete overhaul for combat in No Man's Sky. Let me talk about that for a minute. Could you imagine having an enemy in the game that like has a gun and legs and arms and is coming at you, and you and your friends can land on that planet and like battle, like have an actual true ground battle against NPCs on the planets? That would be groundbreaking for me, to where you could squad up with your friends and uh, and go do raids like that. That would be incredible. Frosty says there are a lot of mods that change the color of the space. You should try. Find them at No Man's Sky next to the star. Well, I play on PlayStation 4, so I can't really mod. If I had a PC and I could, I would for sure do that. Dave says I like Dark Space more because you aren't right because you are right, it makes the planets pop. It really does. Next time you're in a black system or dark system, look at the planets and just everything pops. Frosty says, "Go find it. There's for those who like black space. It's actually awesome." Yep. AKA Scott says fixing the AMUs would be nice. That is very true. Johnny B says when will Hello Games reveal the remaining two major features relative to release date? So Johnny, if you read what they said more to be revealed in the next coming weeks, not months, but in the next weeks, we should see some more information on that. And hey guys, I have a video chat with my band, so just give me a second. I will be right back.
All right, guys, and I am back. So let's see here. Some star systems feel like I'm flying through soup. I need some dark space. Instead of mostly farming at base, maybe manufacturing of guns, ships, or engines, mining units, factories, not farms. Tariq says a ground battle will be nice, but they will just have multiple tools to fight with. Dave Langer says, I assumed more info in the coming weeks means about the online part. Yes, I agree with you, Dave Langer. I think that it precisely means more the online part. Um, those three sections are going to take much longer to get to, and they're going to break out the remaining, or sorry, remaining two of those before the actual release. So I think that more information about the online part of it will be fleshed out, or maybe not. Maybe they'll just go into topic 2, topic 3, and then all the in between minutia we get with the patch notes when they drop the update. So Frosty Delic says, "Oh my God, what happened to your voice? Did you just slam your private parts into something?" Nope. I shouldn't be sounding high pitched because my voice is actually pretty deep. So let's see here. Red light on the transmission tower console throws light on a distressed call readout. Simultaneously, the image of a craft violently pirouetting through this planet's upper atmosphere is beamed holographically into my visor. Amazingly, the ship does not break up on a re-entry, but instead falls to the ground like a stone. An automated distress beacon can be heard. If I can break its encryption, I can find the crash site, and however unlikely it is, look for survivors. So we've got 1, 3, 4, 7, 11. I'm thinking that should be 29. What do you guys think? You sound like a new person. Oh, yeah, I can see how that can be confusing. So, Frosty, the channel is two people. It's the Hidden Panda Show. I'm Panda. The person that was just talking a minute ago was Hidden. And we sort of are each other's co-hosts. So, we both operate the channel, do streams, edit videos, that kind of thing. So, I'm an entirely different person. Hidden had to catch a phone call from his band. Um, so he'll be right back in a moment. Matter of fact, he's actually going on tour. So they just dropped their second music video, and they're going on tour. And then they've already got their next tour planned. So that's going to be really, really cool. So 29, just like I thought. Had to think about that one for a second. Sarkle says, what the fuck is going on in Speculation Station? Oh, you added the two previous numbers. Yeah, I had to like look it up for a second. I was looking at it and my instinct said that it should be 29 because I was kind of seeing the pattern, but I just wanted to make sure. Colin says, I've heard from players in a couple communities who are worried that No Man's Sky will become an experience where you're constantly worried about being ganked by griefers, but I'm sure that's not the case. 3D Destroyer says, what is the band's name? They're called Head Trauma. They've got two music videos out right now. One's called Typo, which is short for Take Your Panties Off. The other one is called American Greed. They're like a punk band, and they also have some heavy metal stuff that they do. They're going on tour right now with Crazy Town, actually, the end of this month, going into next month. Crazy Town is the band most known for that song Butterfly. It's like "Come Come My Lady, You're My Sugar Baby," like something like that. But yeah, that's the band that sings that song. They're going on tour with them, and then I forgot the name of the other band that they're going on tour with once that tour is over. So yeah, they're busy. So they've the guy that shot both of their music videos is a gentleman by the name of Charlie P, he's done music videos for 50 Cent and 3 6 Mafia. But Head Trauma is the only rock band that he actually works with. Um, and their music videos are on the Blackfly Studios YouTube channel. So that's that label there. But they're an indie band, so they're not under a label. They're an independent band, but their music videos go through Blackfly label. So you can actually find their music on Google Play Music, iTunes, Spotify, so and on YouTube as well. They actually, I don't know if anybody out there knows a guy named Ryan Upchurch. I think that's his name, but they had some beef with that guy, and like a couple of back and forth rap battles. So their lead singer also can rap very good, and a lot of their songs have rap in them. So it's like rap metal and punk kind of thing. They've it really takes, when you listen to their music, it takes you back to like that sort of early 2000s, like Blink 182, Sum 41 kind of thing, but like heavier, you know. So, but yeah, it's a cool band. You guys should check them out. So that's Hidden's gig. So when he's not doing the YouTube thing, he's doing that, as well as he works for his father-in-law's company, and they go around doing renovations for retail stores. So he's a busy guy. He's also got a daughter. So Hidden's life never stops. Um, Going back to Colin's comment about who are worried that No Man's Sky will become an experience where you're worried about griefers. I don't think that they'll allow that to be a thing. I think that that will continue to remain an opt-in experience. If you want that, it's there. Like right now, you can turn off the ability of being attacked by other players, or you can have that on and have like a PvP type scenario. So that there's multiple ways to go about it. And actually, for those of you guys that are new to this channel and are not necessarily aware of the FDI Hub, in the FDI Hub, which is in the Delta Quadrant that you could galaxy, we actually have PvP arenas for people who want that. And we have manual save zones outside of the arenas where you can save. That way, when you get killed, you don't lose any of your shit. You just reload your previous manual save. So, but we've actually got arenas, like a few, and we've got indoor arenas where one of our builders in our hub, his name's Chimp Sidious, he found a way of glitching buildings where you can have your weapons out in a building. And so we've got indoor PvP arenas and outdoor PvP arenas. For anybody that's interested in doing some PvP stuff, you can find more information on that in the Free Delta Initiative. I'll put the link in the description or in the chat box, so you can join. So being a member of the Free Delta Initiative does not require participation. You don't have to be part of our chat. You can just literally go there, access our wiki to find locations to our different bases and PvP locations, and that's it. Like we don't have any naming guidelines. You don't have to worry about what you name a system that you discover or any bullshit like that. So I'll drop that in the link. Or that link in the chat box. Sounds like we've got Hidden back. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? Sorry, that was the band, and we just got approved for Twisted's tour in May.
Oh, so for sure you're going on tour with Twisted now?
Yep. So
Sick, dude.
I leave this Tuesday night to go on tour with Crazy Town, which if you guys don't know who Crazy Town is, they had a hit song called Butterfly in the early 2000s. And I'll be out for 4 days with Crazy Town, going from Virginia Beach to Bristol, Tennessee to Pipestem, West Virginia, Columbus, Ohio, and then I'm coming home, and then I leave again with Twisted in May, May 10th through the 14th.
That's pretty sick.
So yeah, busy, 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 man. Sorry guys, I'm back.
You were always busy. Okay, so one of the viewers who probably did not realize that there's two people in the channel, and may not have been there when I was talking. They heard you talking, and then you went away, and I came in immediately after, and they asked.
Eh,
I can't remember exactly what they said, but it was something like, "Did your penis get smashed in a rat trap or some shit like that?" And then I was like, I didn't know what he meant. And then he was like, "You sound like a totally different person." And then it hit me that like I am a totally different person. That he was just hearing your voice, and then all of a sudden it was different.
That's funny. So
But yeah, we got P1 or Pwn Stream says hello. What is going on, Pwn Stream? Welcome back. We got Sword in the chat says, "LOL, I'm too slow." We both dropped the same link. Appreciate that, Sword. So, dude, Sword is always showing love to the Hidden Panda Show. Sword, we love you, man, and we're big supporters of your channel and what you do. And you're just a cool dude.
yep,
So thank
absolutely.
you. But yeah, Sword is a gangster. Oh, by the way, Sword got like a really awesome PC, and he plays No Man's Sky on PC hidden, and he went to FDI Hub and for our PC side of the hub, which really isn't that built out yet, but we're working on it. But
Right.
yeah, I thought that was cool. He did that live on his channel, so he's always showing the love, man. Big shout out to Sword in the chat. I'm gonna drop a hashtag Sword.
My
Hash,
phone is charging at the moment, so I will hashtag sword when I get back to my phone.
hashtag Sword. Hashtag Noob Love. Let's interact with this thing. I was hoping that would be a pretty nice ship, but it's not. It sucks. I was telling everybody about your band, where they can find your music, and who you're going on tour with. So,
Oh, really? I appreciate that.
yeah. Dave Langer
We
says,
actually
"Congrats,
took
Jib."
our Thank you. We took our music off Spotify because Spotify is robbing people hardcore. But you can find our stuff on iTunes, and we have two music videos that are on YouTube as well. One is "Take Your Panties Off," and then the newest music video is "American Greed," which is a really good music video. It's my favorite.
Yep, I told him about both of those things. So, um,
And
yeah, just
yeah, Black
whenever
Fly.
whenever you guys get the
Go
chance to
ahead.
check that out, just type in Head Trauma Typo and Head Trauma American Greed, and both videos are easy to find, and they're on Black Fly Studios YouTube channel.
Black
So
Fly Music.
that's
Black Fly
that's it.
Music.
Ooh, I get to kill a bounty. That's what I was looking for. Them oceans right there. I need to make my way over. I want to see what the oceans are like on this planet. This planet's actually quite amazing. I'm digging this. Oh, we got some frigates here. Maybe some S classes I can cop. I guess I got to kill that pirate first. Man, this game is pretty. Holy God. Let me see if I can cop some of these frigates. Where'd they go? There. Guys, like and share this. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you are not subbed to the Hidden Panda Show, you are definitely missing out. Uh, Thank you, Sword. I really appreciate that. And let's just say I agree with you. Tariq says, space update coming. I think so, 100%. Colin Sheffield says, it is really disappointing to go to a crash ship beacon and not find a ship at all. It has to be one of the most annoying bugs that's existed since launch. Yeah, you're right. I have noticed that. Matter of fact, the last beacon that I did took me to a ship that was not there, which is really irritating. So, yeah, I'm 100% right there with you. 3D says, yo, I know who Blackfly and Charlie P are from years ago, Nashville.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy. Charlie P's pretty well known. Doesn't surprise me. So a lot of people have been like, you know Charlie P, and I'm like, yeah, I know Charlie P, and I'm like, how the hell do you know Charlie P?
Yeah, he actually has hung out with you guys and stuff like that, and on top of making the music videos and whatnot. He seems like a
Oh
really
yeah,
cool guy.
he is. He's a really awesome guy, and does really good music videos.
Damn it. Alright. Got 4 remaining. Let's take these guys down. Ooh, almost got him on one pass. Alright, come on. Oh, shit. Dude, they are coming in hot. It's like 5 3-star.
3D Destroyer says you might have heard of Jelly Roll or Alex King. I've heard of Jelly Roll for sure. He's real big out here in Nashville.
Dude, I accidentally just docked into this freighter during that space battle.
If you guys do check out the music videos, please make sure to leave a like and a comment on the video so I know that you were there. That'll be all.
That'll be all. Alright, let's see.
And also, if any of you guys are in the cities that I'm coming to, it would be really cool to meet you guys.
Yeah, there's a possibility that you may run into Cobra, right, when you go play in Ohio.
Yeah, Cobra is coming out to a show.
That's awesome. Dave Langer says, "Oh, that's right. You're in Nashville. You are right near my brother who lives in Franklin."
Yeah, that's really close to me, dude.
Dude, it's like crazy when you start realizing how small the world is. Like how you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Right,
oh, dude, without a doubt.
Now I get to check out these oceans finally. It took me forever to find out where they were. Colin says at one point. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
At one point, the crash ship mechanic was a ship that was always one slot bigger, and you could spawn towers and bypass tokens. So getting max slots in the first spawn was a thing, or on the first planet was a thing. Funny Imp says, "Will you guys be coming to the DC Maryland area?"
closest I'll be coming to DC on this trip is Virginia Beach. And I know it's not real close, but that's the closest I'll be to DC. Or Columbus, or Pipestem, West Virginia. I don't know how far away any of those places are to you. I will check on the Twisted tour that I'm doing in May, and I'll see where all we're hitting. I know we're going to like Lexington, Kentucky, Cleveland, Ohio, somewhere. Yeah, I'll have to look at those again.
3D, how far away is Warren, Ohio from Cleveland? He said Youngstown. Are you going to Youngstown, Ohio? You're just going to Cleveland, right? It's the only one.
Yeah, just Cleveland, yeah.
Tariq says redesigned parts
also,
and starships and new frigates. Yep, exactly. Good.
3D, I'll also be in Columbus on the 30th. I don't know how far Columbus is from Warren, but
45 minutes. So you got to come out and catch a show if you get a chance, man.
Yeah, bro, come out and catch a show, please. It'd be cool to meet you too. Dave said it's an hour. Well, guys, listen, if you guys want to come out to a show, that would be really cool.
Dude, there's like no islands on this ocean. I need to find like a landmass.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Do you guys think that in this new update that like the graphics are going to be improved at all? I always keep saying that there's no way the graphics can get better, and they keep getting better, and Hidden proves me wrong every time. But in that teaser, I didn't see much difference in the look of the game.
Holy crap, hold everything. Andy Krychek is in here. What's up, Andy?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He says, hey, buds, beyond hype. Is it summer yet? No, it's getting close, Andy. Getting close, bro. Andy, I'm so glad you joined in, man. I remember seeing... Hey, guys, if you don't know Andy Krychek, go to YouTube. I don't know if he's still doing videos as of right now, but he has a lot of old No Man's Sky videos. I think, like, Foundations and stuff like that. He actually went to one of my old bases on Purple Paradise, I believe, and did a video there on his channel. So, Andy, man, it's good to see you, bro.
I actually, mine and his bases were forever intertwined with the Atlas Rises update. I still remember that to this day.
So true.
When we used to live in the Galactic Hub. We got Sandarin Pillay in the chat. What's going on, Sandarin? Sandarin says, I think that the asset quality will improve, but the graphics will stay relatively the same. Yeah, I think this is the art style that they're going with. I think that they're not going to make too much of a departure from this style. This is just how it's going to be. What do you think, Hidden? Do you think they're going to be able to improve the graphics at all, or are we kind of looking at the maximum of their capabilities here?
You know, Andy, yes, this is Hidden Jew, bro. Every update, have I not been like, man, they're gonna do something with the graphics? And you're always like, no, man, this is it. And I'm like, no, man. And then also the update drops, and you're like, Hidden, you were right, bro. They did a graphics thing. And I'm like, I told you. So yes, I don't think it's gonna be as groundbreaking as it used to, but I think we might get some polish. Yes. 3D says, Jew, I've got some of my music on my YouTube, going to check out Head Trauma right now. Be right back. That's what's up, bro. I appreciate that. I will check yours out as well. Just I guess that's it. M76. I highly advise everyone to go check out American Greed's music video. It is really dope.
Yeah, it's a super cool video. It's crazy too because you guys made the set, like the video shot where you practice.
Yeah, the video was shot in our basement, and we painted the walls and the floor black, and kind of made it look all grungy and cool. And we actually took out all the ceiling tiles so that you could see all the insulation in the roof, so it looked like a warehouse setting. And it totally was not filmed in a warehouse. That was totally filmed in our band room.
The cool thing is Man, this ocean on this planet's actually kind of huge. I still have not been able to find a landmass to land on. The type of music video that party looks like that would have been a party I would have loved to have gone to.
Oh, it was it was a lot of fun.
Let's see here. Dude, I am striking out. Andy Krychek says, ah, the memories. Hell yeah. Dave Linger says, they always do a reset for the anniversary update. Funny Imp says, I think that that's definitely possible, Tariq. I'd also like a constant threat just waiting to pounce on you. I think that that's the game's missing a little bit of anxiety, to be honest with you, and we need a little bit of that. I don't think it's going to get reset, Dave. I really don't. I think the days of the universal resets are gone. I think with No Man's Sky Next, they found a way to make big sweeping changes without necessarily having to reset the universe. If you think about it, after Next, we had Abyss, which changed the entire underwater biome, landscape, flora, fauna, did not require any sort of a reset. Visions changed terrain, weather on planets, how dangerous certain planets could be, tons of other things, color palette, all that other kind of stuff. More extreme planets, new kinds of biomes did not require a universe reset. I think universal resets they're done, man. I think that day's over.
Yeah, I mean,
Hidden, what do you think?
technically we should have. Yeah, technically we should have gotten a reset whenever we got next, but as you can tell, we didn't.
Dave says, Panda, you say this every time, and they always do a reset for the anniversary. That's very true. It's just like the whole friggin' graphics argument. I always say
Well,
there's no way, and
no, we're not getting a graphics update, and it's like Panda, we got one, and you're like, really? I
then
didn't see that. I thought we were done with that. But now I'm kind of getting to that point to where I don't know if they're gonna mess with the graphics much anymore. Like I kind of feel like we might be there, but I don't know. But I'm gonna go grab some food real quick, so I'm gonna jump off here for just a half a second, and I will be right back. All right?
yeah, dude, what is going on here? Is this a glitch? You guys are seeing this, right? Oh, this is totally a glitch. That's why I'm not seeing any land. What the hell? Guys, I'm fully submerged right now. Totally, yeah, dude, I am underwater. What in the fuck? Excuse my language. Holy cow. Dude, that's intense. I mean, I am really under there too. Yeah, I can't even get the camera to surface. Holy cow, that is so crazy. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. I don't think much more graphical improvements, only in fauna, maybe more fur and things like that. Yeah, Andy, I could see that. Like just a little bit more polish, a little bit more, just adding a little bit more shine to it. I'd like to think that they're probably going to add multiple biomes on each planet. I think that that would be one way to push the boundaries beyond what we've seen. Um, Sword says, I agree that there won't be a reset, but I am prepared for one. Yeah, I mean, we've grown accustomed to like losing all of our shit in this game, and I think that we're all ready for it. It won't be that shocking if it does happen. Dave says, and we should welcome a reset. It means that they are getting better with their procedural generation. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a good point. It seems like everybody's surprised I'm underwater right now. Funny Imp says, I really don't want to reset, but I'm concerned about all the floating planetary resources I find, like trees and frost crystals, and aren't in the ground. Hopefully, they can fix that. Yeah. We got Quanta in the chat says some planets have zero land. That's true. I have seen that. But this planet for sure did have land because I was running around on it, and then all of a sudden it was gone, and we know why. There's a severe glitch. Um, Colin says they need to be careful with resets. Being wiped aren't super popular events with people exactly, especially things that like are channel based. Like we're about to be starting on the Hidden Panda show a PvP series where we're going to be doing live PvP battles between players. One of the events that we're going to be doing is dethroning Snow Obsidian, the undefeated champion of No Man's Sky PvP, the Galactic Thunderdome champion, and he'll be combating volunteers who want to kill him and the FDI arenas, and we want to do that live. And it would suck if there was like a reset that reset all the things that we're building regarding things that we want to do on the channel. So I could totally see that. Um, dude, you broke No Man's Sky. Yeah, dude, that's pretty crazy how that just happened. Um, Hidden, if you're still watching, man, I know you're getting some food, but I'm flying underwater right now. I'm actually going deeper. Oh, what? Did I just go below the ground? Oh, dude, I might be stuck. Oh, this is so weird. Go down, go down. I can't. Okay, I don't even know which way is up anymore. Oh, that's so crazy. Let's try it again. Dude, I am dolphin jumping this thing right now. Oh man. All right, let's leave this. Let's leave this planet. Let's let this terrain regenerate. Yeah, bro. Hidden. I went completely underwater, dude. Like hit the bottom kind of thing. Be wary of a potential crash, Panda. Yes. Yes, I am leaving before anything bad happens. Actually, everything might have come back. Let me try again. Let's aim to a specific island potentially.
Well, how did you even get to that? Like, how did you do it? Did you break the game?
The land disappeared. I think it did it again. Yeah, land's gone. The land won't generate. Look, I'm gonna dive back down,
So it's just a complete bug.
and I'm in the water. Yeah, I'm gonna land on a different planet because I don't want to crash the game. Oh, by the way, if you are in FDI space, The Wancham Void. Most of the star systems that you're going to encounter are dark or black space. So if you like
Which I was
those sorts
talking
of
about that.
systems, but
I was talking about that earlier with some people and saying that like I wish that No Man's Sky would just go completely black, and the only colored systems that you would see are in like the blue and red and green stars that you go to. Like that's where your colors will be. If you're not in one of those, it should just be black space. Do you agree or not?
I think I've said this before. Sandarin knows that I've said this. We've talked about it. Although I think Visions really helped out from a planetary standpoint. Dark space makes the planets really pop and seem vibrant. It actually is more beautiful to me. And I think the colors in space should only be nebulas. Like let's say that space is black, but you like look off in the distance somewhere, and way off in the distance you might see like a nebula cloud or something like that. They could do things like that to make space look interesting, but I think that space should be black, like you said, because planets will really pop that way if they are.
Johnny, I did like your comment when he was in the water of the No Man's Sea. I wasn't able to say anything, but that was that had me laughing.
No Man Sea, that's awesome. Sean enters the chat. You weren't supposed to see that. Stark says Panda broke it. Peaceful Gamer says I love dark space. And what is going on, Peaceful Gamer? And thank you for stopping in. Sword
What's
says
up,
dark
peaceful?
space is awesome for low orbit bases. Yes, it is.
Yes, very true.
Yes, it is. Oh, this planet's pretty far away. God dang. 3D Destroyer says comments in space to catch up to and mine rare elements. That would be sick, dude. Just being able to like land on a comet and like
On a
mine it for
comment?
resources. Yeah, great idea.
Yep. While your friend flies by you, just like,
Now they've talked before about the ability to like land on asteroids and things like that. I mean, do you think that they're going to be doing that? Do you guys do you guys see them like finally bringing that in the ability to sort of like land and mine an asteroid?
yes, because the whole point of the beyond word is to be like beyond your comprehension of the game, beyond your wildest dreams. It's beyond anything you could imagine. Because if you think about it, the word beyond is very, how can I word it? You see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah. It's they're saying beyond like everything that you've seen so far. Like next, like so
Imagine that, but
foundations.
beyond.
Foundations was the foundation of things to come, and then next completely undid everything Foundations built and was the next step and where No Man's Sky was heading, and then Beyond is going to be Beyond next, right? So
What's up,
it's like,
LC? Yep, yep.
Oh, by the way, I want to give a big shout out to LC while they're here. LC Kaufman, otherwise known as Arsenal, in the No Man's Sky FDI hub, which is our hub, founded by me and Hidden and Slade Braddock and Lily Hop of the NMS Cafe. Sword helped to build the first few bases there and is a longtime supporter of FDI. But Arsenal is our PvP extraordinaire. Him and Chimp Sidious have been building arenas. And before this stream ends, I'm going to take you to see one. Um, because a lot of you guys that are watching the stream right now are new. That is a cool dinosaur, and you guys got to see the things that he's built. So just big shout out to Arsenal for joining our community and for slapping together some of the coolest PvP bases I think anybody's seen. So, and we'll go check those out here momentarily. Oh, this is a cool ass planet, bro. This is like Purple Paradise, dude.
Oh, dude, yes. It really is. Peaceful says Abyss was about water, Visions was about planetary improvements, and I believe that one of the three bundled up updates and beyond will be space focused. Yes, and Panda's been saying that ever since the trailer dropped. Is that he's really hoping for a space um, update.
Yeah, it's the
Which it makes sense because Beyond is like, you know what I mean? Like you could literally look at Beyond as like space.
yeah, like the Beyond, you know, like
Uh huh. Yeah.
There's a space is one of the weakest parts about No Man's Sky. For a sci-fi game that's built on essentially space exploration, it's more like planetary exploration. You know, in space, there's not much in space in this game. Um,
LC
uh,
says, I just finished the solid rocket booster arena, just need some paint, and thanks for the shout out.
LC, can we get a sneak peek at it? What system's it in? How close is it to the other arenas? I'd like to get a sneak peek, man, if that's cool. This is a really cool
San,
system, and I'm gonna take a screenshot of it, of the name of it, because I want to come back here.
Sandarian Sand says, before Atlas Rises, I had an amazing purple lush world. I miss it. I named it Magenta? Magenta, yeah.
Magenta.
Um, yeah. I had a purple paradise as well, man. It had like an ocean around it, and it had these really cool rock formations. And then Atlas Rise, or was it Next that took it out? I had that for Atlas Rises, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. And then Next wiped it all out. Dave says Space Wells. Sean confirmed it in GDC yesterday.
No, he did not. There is no space whales, and I honestly don't want to see space whales.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, just think about it. Like, you don't want to come. Well, some people out there will argue and say that they do want to come across stuff like that. I personally don't, but Stark Wolf says I had a perfect planet. Skull Next took it away. Yeah, dude. Next took everybody's stuff away.
Yep.
But I've always said this. I'm never mad that they delete my base or anything, because how fun was it to find that planet to begin with, and then how much fun did you have building that base? So it's almost like they give you that again. I know people get attached to their builds and stuff like that, but if you look at it as, if you remember how fun it was to find that planet, and then how fun it was to start building, like, you can always get that feeling back and always do a newer kind of base, and you might end up with a better base than what you had before, because now you're rebuilding and learning from your mistakes from your prior base. And just kind of think about that next time your base gets destroyed.
Dave Langer says you can now regen your base, can't you? Yeah, you were able to regen your Atlas Rises base into Next, but I think that that might be harder the next time round, because in Atlas Rises and the other updates before Next, you had to build from a base cylinder that started on a flat piece of land, and you had a limited circumference you can build on. So, in order for you to regen your base, you had to regen it to another base cylinder in Next on a flat piece of ground that, to import it into, essentially, that had similar characteristics. Now that you can build bases anywhere you want, into the terrain, in caves, underwater, I don't know how well that would translate to recovering that base if they
Right.
have to do a reset. But I could be totally wrong about that, but that's just sort of my guess. Let's see here.
Dark Lord says, I hope they re-add the base parts they removed from the menu. And yes, I do as well, because they took away a garage door that used to swing open and close that I want back.
Oh, those garage doors were cool. For like, everybody thought they were going to be good for exocraft, but like they were too small to actually be used for exocraft. Like they didn't
Yeah.
open up high enough really for like anything.
And maybe they took it away to revamp it and make it a lot bigger. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know. But I am hoping something in Beyond gives us new base building parts, and they expand to where you can build a lot bigger, and the server can handle it and not crash on people.
Um, Dave, I don't think did they take away the carbon planters? I thought we could make those. Or can you only do that on a legacy save? Because hidden, your bases have tons of carbon planters.
No, I think those are still there.
Oh. Plo says, I want warping between systems to get an overhaul. Perhaps something closer to Elite Dangerous.
Yes,
Yes, dude.
yes. God,
Yes.
somebody finally says it.
Dude, speaking my language, Hidden, you know how I felt about this since the launch of this game, dude.
Dude, before Next dropped, this is literally a conversation me and him had. He was like, dude, if that warp animation is not changed in any way, shape, or form, I'm gonna chuck my TV off my balcony. I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know if that specifically is gonna change, and sure enough, it hasn't. But we accepted it. We were both like, okay, maybe they're gonna get to it again. But I am so glad somebody's brought that up because that is one of the only things still left from the original build is that warp animation. And it could
Well,
be I know they added third person warping where you can see the ship. It needs to be kind of like Elite Dangerous. If you haven't played Elite Dangerous, they have still to this day the best way of warping 2 stars, and you never break the immersion because you point at the star. Well, first you got to go to a computer on the side of your little console, choose where you're going to want to go, highlight that, and then it'll show up in the sky, and you just turn your ship that away, and hit triangle or whatever you're playing on, and you'll start frame shift driving and warping to the next system, and you never break the immersion. And I wish this game had a similar style because I don't like going to the galaxy map and breaking the immersion then clicking the star from the galaxy map and just automatically warping there. Like that's kind of defeats the purpose of a space game in my opinion. But
yep, Peaceful Gamer says, yeah, Elite's warp is Trey sexy. Exactly, dude. Starkwolf says, gotta run. Love the shit out of you guys. We love the shit out of you too, Starkwolf. Thank you for
yeah, I did.
stopping by the stream. Really appreciate all the support that you've given us over this
Yep.
long course of time, man. Starkwolf has been watching Hidden Panda Show since like fucking Pathfinder, I think. Um, so big shout out to Starkwolf for being here. Funny Imp says only legacy saves. Yeah, I was about to say because
Really?
this arena here has got tons of carbon planters. So I think carbon planters are only with legacy saves.
No
Um,
joke.
let's see here. Peaceful Gamer says, I'd love to see them add the ability to relocate your base in the same way you could reclaim it in AR, Atlas Rise. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Guys, so here it is. So this is you guys discussed Sean's talk yesterday. We did Peaceful Gamer, and I'm going to bring up some other parts of it. I think that there was some hints in there, and what we mainly talked about was how I thought that that changed the gaming industry, or how Hello Games is changing the gaming industry with everything that's gone on, and we're going to dive into that. So
Hmm.
this is the arena here. This is called the FDI Arena 1.0. This is a PvP combat arena. So, guys, don't be afraid of PvP, man, in No Man's Sky. You know, we've got a manual save point on the outside. You lose nothing. You got to keep in mind, you guys put a lot of time into finding these different weapons, modifying these multi tools, and adding grenades and, doing all these things, but you don't really get to use them on anything other than Sentinels. So, we've got a PvP combat arena here. This is built by Arsenal, who's in the chat for your use. And Arsenal and Chimp Sidious are founders of the Galactic Combat Battery. It's a civ that's aligned with the FDI. So the FDI is a hub made up of several different civs, of which the Galactic Combat Battery is one of them. And those guys are putting together these different arenas so that you guys can have fun fighting each other. We've even got like a capture the flag style game, which I don't think I've seen anybody do in No Man's Sky, and it's completely original as far as I know to something that we're doing here in the FDI that should be a lot of fun. We're going to be bringing that to the channel as well. But this is
So,
it, guys.
bro, I don't mean to cut you off in any way,
No,
shape,
not
or
at all.
form, but
Go
we
on.
do we do have Writer S in here. He says, "Hi Panda, hi Hidden. Listening to you guys on my lunch break, I've decided I'm going to head towards the FDI space, coming from the center of the Euclid. So hopefully I get there before Beyond comes out. Writer, that is awesome to see somebody is taking that old style travel. Like for instance, I heard about the Galactic Hub from Just Jared back in the day, and I was like, you know what? I'm heading to the Galactic Hub. That sounds awesome. And I took me, I want to say 3 months to get there, and it was so rewarding when I did, man. When I finally arrived and it was said the hub, I literally started doing push-ups. I was so pumped that I trucked all the way because think about all those stars you have to navigate through and get there. So the fact that Ryder is, it sounds like he's taking that approach. He's going to fly from where he's at to this region, to the FDI, and that Ryder, I applaud you for that, buddy. Hell yeah.
Yeah, big time. Not only did you take all that time to get to the Galactic Hub, but you helped get me there as well.
Yeah,
And we've streamed a lot of that. That was
And then you and Andy Krychek's base. I don't know. You just
yep.
totally. It just like the game gave you his base. It was so weird.
Yep, I totally. That was right. So I got to the Galactic Hub, real talk, a few hours before
The
Atlas
update
Rises.
dropped.
So when it dropped, it threw everything off. I could not make it back to my original base. Andy Krychek's base became my base. It was like this whole mix-up, and it was really crazy. But, yeah. All right, so that's one of the arenas. We're gonna go to the next arena, but peaceful. So Sean Murray's GDC talk. He talked about one of the points that I brought up earlier was that he talked about essentially not doing things unless those things that they were doing were ambitious and created an impact. And he knew that a lot of the fans were going to be watching that GDC talk, and I think that was Sean Murray hinting to everybody out there, like, hey, like we're not out of this. Like this next update's gonna kick ass. It's gonna be, because he used the words ambitious in the blog post after the teaser trailer dropped, and said that it's their most ambitious update yet. So his GDC talk was, filled with words like ambitious, having a lot of impact, doing things because they loved it, listening to the community. All of that stuff was in there, and I think it was to reassure the fans that, like, hey, there's a reason that we're calling this thing Beyond. There's a reason that we're saying that it's our most ambitious one yet. That there's a reason for all of this. So you guys are going to love this. And the way that I think Hello Games is changing the games industry, was what we talked about towards the beginning of the stream, is that these game developers are not going to get away with releasing bullshit at the beginning and then expecting that shit gets fixed. You know what I mean? Like by paid DLC and stuff like that. It's not going to be appropriate anymore. Players are not going to accept that, and Hello Games is leading the pack in that, and releasing content that maybe not everybody was happy with at launch or didn't feel that it was where it's supposed to be, and let their actions do the talking and put this stuff together. So we've got. Dark Lord Zelric says, one game I was trying to do was Gek Ball using the ball at Ruins, but the ball isn't synced. Oh, shit. Damn.
Man. Well,
Um,
hopefully it does get worked out because that would actually be really cool.
that'd be really cool. Yeah, yeah. Dark Lord, whenever we do our first stream of this capture the flag type game, I don't want to say what the game is called because it'll give away how we're doing it. And I think that we're going to be the first to do anything like this. Um, but it's going to be like a capture the flag type game, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. We're going to stream it right here on the channel. Um, it's going to be really exciting. So this is one of the other arenas that was built by Arsenal. A lot of you guys have already seen this, and we did a practice run here against Snow Obsidian and Arsenal that was really exciting. So this is another PvP arena, so we've got obstacles in the way. We've got health stations, shield stations, all kinds of different things going on here. Basically, you've got your left and right corners, and so all the different corners are color-coded, so not really left and right, but you got all four corners here. And literally, it could be like, 4 players, every man for himself. Everybody starts at one corner, and then just complete mayhem. Yeah, PvP is one of those aspects of this game that came with No Man's Sky Next that people were really afraid of, had a lot of controversy. People were scared of what kind of implications it would have for No Man's Sky, and I don't think that they should have been that scared, and I fell into that trap. I was one of those people that was scared about what PvP meant for No Man's Sky, but we've got these great weapons, we've got these upgraded multi-tools, we've got these ships and fighters and freighters and all of these things, but we've got nothing really to fight, nothing really to challenge us. and who more challenging than another player equally equipped, you know? So that's kind of where we're going with this whole thing. And so this is one of the arenas, and this is good shit right here. So and call my ship out of the way real fast. There you go. I love the new animation when you call your ship in. It does that kind of like little wobble thing before it launches or before it lands. Just a nice little effect. All right, I'm gonna grab a
I'm kind
drink
of
real
hoping
quick.
I'm kind of hoping we get like volcanoes or earthquakes or something in the world that you can come across like lava or like stuff like that.
Oh,
I'm
I
wondering if they're
agree.
ever going to incorporate. I'm wondering if they're ever going to incorporate something like that.
I would like to see multiple biomes per planet. Um, I would like to see like a planet that might have a snowy capped northern hemisphere, tropical islands, maybe some desert somewhere, all on one planet. I think that that would be really interesting. Maybe that's something that we'll see. Um, we've got uh, Peaceful Gamer says, I think he was talking about a new game. I don't think so. There was mention of them working on something else, but I don't know if that was regarding like the last campfire or what. But yeah, maybe they are working on something completely different. That's actually a really good speculation. Peaceful. Um, Hidden. What do you think about that, man? Do you think that it's possible that Hello Games could be working on a different game?
It's hard to tell, man, but I think so. Like I would hope so. Like I would hope that this isn't the only game that we get from them.
Well, we're
But
getting the last campfire. We know that much at
right,
least.
right, yeah, right. But you're talking about like like where the studio is focused on like how they were with this game. Like I don't feel like the studio is necessarily working on Last Campfire like they were No Man's Sky.
Right. It's just like it seems like a more sort of simple game. Maybe just a couple of people working on it.
Right.
I mean,
But here's the thing, what does Hello Games do next as a game? Like they have created the most perfect, awesome game now that like how would you even come out with another game and I don't know.
well, I mean, they could easily do it. I mean, they had like Joe Danger, and then came out with like one of the biggest releases of all time, and it was a sci-fi space exploration game. You know what I mean? Survival game.
Right.
So it's like they can reinvent themselves and come out with something different. I mean, they're not. I don't think that they're sort of like typecast into like this sort of genre. I think the last campfire is sort of like their foray into, hey, don't forget we do other shit. Um, you know,
Later, Ryder has to go back to work, so I want to like go ahead and say bye to him
hell
while
yeah,
he's
dude,
here.
take it easy.
Later, Ryder. Yeah, there's just no telling. There's just no telling what they're gonna do or what they
They
even
could
gonna
be working
do.
on another game, and you know what? That game could be completely like a complete departure from like what we've become accustomed to with them from No Man's Sky. He did mention a lot of things about how small the team was. He talks about that a lot, right? How small the team was whenever they were working on No Man's Sky. You know, they've got the money now. I think their team's a lot bigger. I don't know how many people are working for them, but it's very possible that we could be seeing a few games from them in the near future. Um,
Oh, without a questionable doubt.
Peaceful,
It's
what
just
do you think
when.
about during GDC? What do you think about Google's Stadia announcement? Do you think that's good for gaming, bad for gaming, good for developers, bad for developers? What's your take?
Yeah, you and I were talking about this earlier. That's I personally think it's groundbreaking. You know what I
I
mean? Like it's
I
gonna.
think it's great for gamers. I don't know how I feel about it for um, the hardware manufacturers. I think it's good for developers. It's good for gamers. It's bad for consoles. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Panda, if you want all of that, we will we will need a reset. Yeah, I mean, probably. If I'm getting that though, I'm okay with a reset. You know what I mean? So, um, Sword says, I since I got the Explorer finished my PS4 perma and went to the center, that's the only way I traveled. Yep, going back to the old school way of traveling. Bolito says the hub is in the Euclid as well. Yes, so the Galactic hub is in the Euclid. The AGT hub is in the Euclid. The FDI hub is in the Euclid. The Amino hub is in the Euclid. Yes, I think most of the larger civilizations and hubs are located in the Euclid galaxy. Um, Peaceful Gamer says, then again, 2.0 can be viewed as a sequel of sorts. It could. It could. You know, it could be an entirely like revamped experience, which is exciting to think about. Um, Plo says lightning. Dave Langer says waterfalls. That would be sick. Would be cool if they added things to base building to make these types of things easier. Exactly. Peaceful Gamer says would be awesome if they added ability to designate areas as spectator areas people can watch PvP battles from without affecting player limit. That would be cool. Like how this base has actual stands in the arena. You could just have like people just sitting up there watching a battle take place, or just even if that's orbs. But I think we're gonna say goodbye to orbs with this next update, obviously. Um, Arsenal says I can bring you to the new one if you'd like, but should be below the system you're in. Yeah, let's do that. I'd like to see that new PvP arena. So let me head over there. Since the last stream, dude, I'm afraid to do any streaming in our actual hub, bro, because the game like just fucks up so bad. Hidden, you still there?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading something.
No, no, you're good. Guys, later on tonight, me and Hidden, if we're able to link up, we may end up playing some Red Dead 2 online, and we're probably going to end up streaming that. So I'd love for you guys to be there for that as well. Just a heads up, throwing that out there. So, let's see here. Um, I took that line as a hint to the last campfire. Yeah, I mean, it very well could have been. Who knows? They could be working on other stuff too. It's impossible to tell. Just because he said he was back at that excitement stage once again in the last campfire seems almost to be done. Yeah, yeah. Well, I think the last campfire is pretty much finished. I think that they're just waiting for different platforms to pick it up because they're an indie studio. So I think they're waiting for PlayStation and Xbox and Steam and all those people to like pick it up. You know, I would imagine that that thing's coming out pretty soon. It probably I don't think that they would release it around the time as the Beyond update. It's either going to be well before or a little after to not take any attention away from it. Um, No Man's Sky next gen, yeah, that'd be sick. Um, RT Moody says more variety of fauna and flora is what I want the most, but hard to say how much priority it has over other aspects. They can multitask RT, so they can add the variety, the flora, the fauna, as well as make space more interesting and add new things to do. All of those things can be true at the same time. Peaceful Gamer says streaming is the future, but I need to see the latency. Yeah, apparently Google has some sort of back end system that's handling that at their data center. And if it works as well as they're claiming, where you can play Assassin's Creed Odyssey on like your cell phone in the
That's
same,
so crazy.
yeah, dude, like at the same fidelity that you would play it on a larger display. If I can get a Chromecast Ultra, okay, and throw that on my 4K TV and play, this entire library of games at the highest resolutions possible because it's streaming as opposed to, playing from a hard drive or something like that. It's so advanced that I can't really understand what they're actually doing and how it works, but I am excited for what it means for gaming because it's sort of opening the floodgates on the developers and saying, hey, you no longer have hardware restrictions and we fully support cross-platforming from the get-go. And that's the part of it that I think is good for gamers and for game developers. Really bad for the manufacturers that make consoles and whatnot. All right, so LC, just let me know if I'm in the right spot. So just kind of let me know, exactly sort of where. I think he might have messaged it to me actually. Let me check. Go blue screen for a second. Oh, he sent me a picture of it, but not its location. Okay.
Hang on, I have a phone call. 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. Arsenal, just help me locate that. So here we go. On live tried to do it, but latency killed it. Yeah, damn, that sucks. If anybody can do it, it's going to be Google, right? I mean, there's nothing they really do that fails. Plo says, I really want to see a creatures update and better animation, AI, variety, sounds, etc. Yeah, they really did that with Next. If you think about it, there was a bit of a herd mechanic, right? Next added like herds. So herds of animals sort of careening through the environment. They don't have as much of a predetermined walk path, so they can kind of explore a little bit more, and you can see them from further distances, and they increase the draw distance. So they definitely did enhance animal AI as well as animations and stuff like that. And yeah, I think they're going to add even more to that aspect of it as well. I think that that's not even uh, in the realm of speculation. That's just they're going to do it. Um, Dave Langer says, I'm off. I need to shower, do some stuff. Have a great rest of your stream. Appreciate that, Dave. It was good of you to stop by. Thank you for catching it. I know normally when we stream, you end up missing it. So that's why I let you know a little bit before or send it directly to you on Discord so you didn't miss it this time. So thanks for stopping by. Kaufman says, I can't hang out in pit stay long without a crash. I know it's pretty bad. It doesn't. It's crazy. It's between there and pit stain. Okay, let's see. All right, so there's pit stain. Do you know the name of the system, LC? Oh, we got Grammy in the chat. What is going on, Grammy? What is going on? Nice of you to stop by. Hold on 1 second, guys. Got a phone call coming in. I apologize.
What's up, guys? I'm back. I heard Panda has a phone call now, so I'll take over. I'm gonna read some of the comments we got here. Hopefully, I'm not repeating. Uh, oh man, that messed me up. It said Stevie Gamer. Sorry, that's my fiance's name is Stevie. So when I saw Stevie in there, I was like, wait a minute, what? But Stevie Gamer, what's up? Any advice to find last creature? I think there's a handful stuff in the discoveries that'll, or it used to be. There used to be a way you could find out how many air and land creatures and sea creatures there are on the planet. So I would check like caves, I would check underwater. I don't know. Stevie says I have been looking for 2 days now. Dang. Oh, we got Grammy in the chat. What's up, Grammy? We're doing pretty good. She says, I always miss you all streaming, so I try to come when I see you are on. Well, we appreciate you coming by, Grammy. If you guys don't know Grammy has a YouTube channel, and she streams all sorts of games, not just No Man's Sky. Grammy, when's the last time you streamed No Man's Sky? That's my question. TV says, there is no water. Laugh out loud. I check all caves and there is only one in the skies. Have you like navigated around the entire planet looking in the sky? Because there might be like a certain creature flying on like the other end of the planet. Grammy says, last week I did my survival save and was at the beginning of the story. Nice. I haven't played No Man's Sky in quite some time. I've been kind of taking a break for right now. I've been playing it a lot. So I just kind of took a break, kind of playing some other stuff, and then I'm coming right back to No Man's Sky. Balto says, search during nighttime, Stevie. Peaceful Gamer said, there's never only one in the sky. I agree with that. Keep checking. Grammy says, the last animal is always the hardest to find. It will be in the last place you look. Yeah, that is so true. But don't give up, Stevie. Just keep looking. It's out there. I remember having to do all that when they had that zoology thing where you had to find all the animals on a planet. I'm sure it's still a thing, but man, that was tedious. I'm just really thankful Hello Games finally said something, released something. Because if you notice, when they released Next last year, when we got the announcement for that, all we got was that white screen that said Next. We didn't get any kind of gameplay. We didn't get any kind of. We got nothing. And this year we got that small little snippet of that room, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so let's just be thankful for that right now, because I am. I was thinking about that earlier today. He says, yeah, trying to get the trophy for all the animals on the planet. Yep, I knew it. You'll get it. You'll get it. Johnny B says the weirdest system's usually one or two creatures easy to find. Yeah. Johnny B, man, how you been, man? Peaceful Gamer says, yeah, then Waking Titan kicked off. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Gravis says, I missed the ARG. I really like and voted to have another one. Sorry. Sheesh. Yeah, I do miss the ARG as well. It kind of kept us busy. It kept us if we feel more connected with an ARG because we're all trying to solve puzzles and all that. Funny says we still haven't washed my eyes after seeing the trailer for Next. Yeah. Peaceful Gamer says I think June was when WT popped up again. That's good to hear, Johnny. Grammy says, I just think it should be done different than the last one. Yeah, and like Cobra says, I really wish that the ARG would incorporate in-game play. Like, you remember Alan Waking Titan? We had to go find those calm balls for like it had some kind of message on it that led us somewhere else. I want more of that. I want more of in-game searching for stuff. Either or, well, like, why can't they build a base and like build like this thing and like put like a message with one of those message balls there that when you arrive you see this cool build, and I think that would be really cool if they did stuff like that. LC says, a does anyone think the glitch building technique might might become a feature of sorts, or at least what it allows us to do, curved walls and weird angles, etc. Yeah, I do. I think they're gonna. Well, because if you look at that roadmap, they talked about how on that roadmap it said, or that survey rather, it said more base building parts or something like that. So it could be stuff like that. It could be like working angles and stuff like that. So I hope, LC. I hope. Let's see. Peaceful Gamer says the ARG needs to go more in game. Yep. Grammy says yes, it would have been fun if we could have used our Atlas Pass 4. Yeah, and you know what? I never got my Atlas 4 pass. I'm one of those people that it didn't come. I participated in it. Panda got his, and everybody else got theirs, and I never got mine. Peaceful Gamer says, I mentioned that on Twitter a couple times, and Allison Smith, ARG makers, liked the comment, so maybe. There you go, Peaceful. Baltio says, gotta
I'm back.
go. Thanks. Thanks. All right. Later, Balto. We'll see you again, man.
My Atlas Pass got stolen.
That's right, from your car, right? Like
Hmm.
your whole car and
And my Atlas Pass was in a business card holder. Well, and they left my cars have or well I had cars. They had a proximity key, and the proximity key was left in the vehicle.
so
So
you
it
can just
just
open it.
so somebody was just able to walk up, open the door, and then run off with it. Yeah.
Yeah, but bro, who is searching cars at night and being like, "Oh, the key's in this one." Like that may have been like in shop done, bro. I'm going
Could have
full
been
tinfoil. I'm going full tinfoil. That guy left the key in there, and he was like, "I'm coming back for this car tonight."
an inside job kind of thing.
Yeah, dude. Like, no, like,
Possible.
what are the chances of some random person being like, "Oh, hey, a key's in this exact car that I've been looking for"? Like, come on, bro. Somebody knew that key was in there, man. Gotta think Blue Streak, bro. Come on, man.
What I missed? Did I miss anything while I was gone?
Just talks of Beyond and stuff like that.
Funny him says hashtag cold harder. Slade Braddock says hashtag hard calder because I couldn't figure out how to say it. You guys, that's hilarious. Cold harder, horde calder. You guys caught me slipping. Bolito says I gotta go. Thanks for the stream, guys. Have a nice day. Thank you for stopping by, Bolito. You might have already read over this. I'm sorry, man.
I
Grammy
did.
says you did. Okay, cool.
No, I haven't got to that one yet.
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Murray has stated. I haven't got to that one yet.
Mr. Murray has stated that he reads all his mail, so we should tell him that we do want an ARG, but tell him how we want it to go. I don't mind the ARG. People had this like weird fascination with like ARG being, like holding the updates back from releasing. Like that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like the ARG had nothing to do with that particular aspect of it. It was more along the lines of, you know, like what am I trying to say? Like just keeping you busy and entertained while you were waiting on something. You know what I mean? That was like the
Right.
main meat of like what that was about. You know, where the hell did that icon go?
Peaceful
Damn it.
says it feels time between the updates. Yeah, it really does.
You know, this next update better give Hello Games. MCK talked about this in one of his videos. I know it was actually Orbit about being stuck in a loop where the game loses player base and it dries up between updates. And I can kind of see that the community events were helping, but they've got to do more. There's got to be more to keep people entertained. I mean, on a game that's been out for that we've been playing since 2016, we need more. You know what I mean? And I hope that this next update adds more missions, more side quests, more community
Yes.
events, more NPCs and animated NPCs walking around. You know, better animal
Enemy.
mechanics, enemies
I need a ground enemy. I need a ground enemy, bro, to where like either
besides
pirates
sentinels.
attack. Right, but like pirates could, attack me in space. But if I fly to a planet, those pirates are coming down to that planet, getting out of their ship, and starting to shoot at me. And now we've got ground-to-ground combat.
Yep. All right, I saw the base icon. Where did that thing go? Wait, oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There it is. But yeah, we need more ground combat. We need more air to ground combat. I would like to see like a base defense mechanic. You know, like you might get hailed in your cockpit, and it might say, "Hey, a player is attacking your base," or something like that, and you've got to get back, or I don't know, like I don't know. There just needs to be more anxiety, more enemies, more to do. The exploration, we've been exploring for a long time, and I'm happy exploring, but I want something to kind of break me away from that. I'm in the middle of exploring, but there's this enemy that's approaching, or something like that to kind of break the tedium, the monotony a bit. Know what I mean?
Completely.
Sword says, shoot the space station. I guess if I want a challenge,
Sure.
have them sentinels come at me.
Sword, dude. That stream. How many Sentinel ships was after him? Like 100 and something.
Dude, it was like, yeah, he killed like 200 of them or something like that. Something crazy.
That's insane. Yeah, dude. Like it's craziness. I haven't tried that yet. I probably won't succeed, but
Grammy
I want
says,
to try.
I find lots of ground enemies in the frickin' critters. I got cornered by a herd of vicious crab tick things. Yeah. Funny Imp says, I'd like the Dreamers from the ARG to come into play. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Oh
Yes,
shit, we got three
seeing
bases
something
right
like that
here.
would be sick.
Oh, there is a big project underway. We got three bases near each other here. Okay, okay.
All right, let's see what those are about.
Bringing a little bit of Delta Vista to the combat PvP stuff. For those that haven't seen Delta Vista, we are actually building a city and FDI hub comprised of multiple bases, most of which load up when you arrive on the planet, just not always completely, and they can take a while. But what we're hoping for is that in the Beyond update, when if we get better complexity limits, that
Right.
we'll already sort of have a city established. So we've got three bases here. What's going on over there? Let's go take a
Grammy
look at that
says,
one
so I
first.
am still working on a animation involving No Man's Sky style universe, and I was trying to figure out how tall the ships were in feet. Oh, like from like a first person view, or from a third person view. Grammy also says, so I was told that Lyxen were 60 meters tall. Do you all agree with that height? I'm a terrible person to ask about that kind of stuff. Panda, would you have a...
So three. So what is it? 2 meters. A meter is 3 feet.
Okay.
So about 3 feet. So if a Viking is 60 meters tall, that's ridiculous. That's huge.
Too big, right?
Yeah, I mean what is that, 220 or something?
Yeah.
No, 180. I don't know why I thought 220. 180. So that's 180 feet roughly tall if we're talking meters. That's a
They're
big fucking
six.
creature.
Vikings are 60 meters tall.
That's huge. Yeah, 180 feet. That's insane.
Wow. LC says that's chimp space. He must not have uploaded it.
Yeah, he may not upload it until he's got it done. A lot of people like to wait until they've got it finished. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go check yours out. Yeah, it seemed rather high because either that would make even the Gek way taller than humans. Yeah, which we know they're not. Or I mean, like, do we know that? I don't think we know that. Yes, 60 meters is insane. 6 meters I could see. Because if a meter is 3 feet tall, right?
Yeah,
Then
that
that
would
would
make
that
way
would
more sense.
that would be much more reasonable, I would imagine. I'm really curious as to what this is over here. That's like a shuttle. It's like a part of a shuttle compartment. I'm digging this. I mean, I know it's an arena. I can't wait to see the inside of it. But I've got to interact with this so I can get back here. We have the terminus. Cool, cool, cool. FDI SRB Arena. Alright. Very nice. Peaceful Gamer says maybe that's why the station interiors get larger and beyond. because the Viking are 180 feet tall. That's one theory, yeah. Oh shit. Alright, let's see this. All right, guys. So this is these interior arenas that I was telling you guys about, where you can be indoors and use your guns. So, and we've got a few of these. This is just one of a few that we've got so far, built by Chimp as well as Arsenal. So, where we can have sort of like an indoor arena, multi-level arena. This is sick. I'm digging this. And the thing with these guys is they put so much effort into the layout in terms of places where you can hide, because No Man's Sky does not have a duck and cover system. So they put objects in places that will kind of give you some duck and cover capabilities, so that you can play defensively, as well as offensively. Do you see this hidden?
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. So this is one of the arenas that we've got here. So I saw that Arsenal was working on this, but I didn't see what it really had looked like until just now. On the inside, that's just sickness, man.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, I have a phone call.
Yeah,
Give me
you're
one
good.
second. I'm so sorry.
I like that this is open on both sides, because you get kind of like a cross section kind of vibe going. That's pretty cool. So guys, if you're ever down to play some PvP matches in No Man's Sky, literally the FDI is the place to go. I'm gonna drop another link in the chat for anybody that would be interested in checking it out. But PvP in No Man's Sky can be fun. Okay, it gets a lot of bad credit. A lot of people were worried about it when Next was coming out, like, oh, PvP is going to ruin the game. There's no consequences, man. We put save. There's manual save beacons like outside of every one of them, so that you can create a manual save. That way, when you have your PvP match and whoever dies, you just reload that manual save, and everything that you had is right there. Your technology is not damaged. You're not missing any inventory because you're reloading a manual save. And so we can have these 1v1, 2v2, three for all death matches, stuff like that, team based combat, capture the flag, and there's no consequences because if you die, you just reload your last manual save. Now you'll come back as an orb. I think. Well, no, you won't come back as an orb, but every game will have its own rules. Rules are all negotiated before the match starts. So we're gonna have some live events, and we're gonna show you that PvP in No Man's Sky can be fun. So, and then I think that's going to get a lot more people involved because the couple of times that we've had some matches, they've been a blast. They've been an absolute blast. So, tons of fun with these things. It's supposed to be a solid rocket booster. There we go, SRB. Thanks for clarifying. Grammy says 6 meters tall would be 18 feet tall. An orc is anywhere between 6 to 10 feet tall based on SEO guidelines. They might be different in other lore. Yep. Yeah, 18 feet tall is much more reasonable. I mean, we have human beings that are like, 7.5, 8 feet tall. So, I mean, I could definitely, I could picture that much more easily. A 180-foot tall being is crazy, to me anyway. But Arsenal, another great job. I cannot wait to finally start hosting these combat battles live on the Hidden Panda Show, and that won't be exclusive to the Hidden Panda Show. So if you click on that link that I just put in the chat, and you essentially can you'll enter the FDI. Like I said, no participation required, no stringent rules, no naming guidelines, very easygoing. So you can get in there, go to our wiki, and you can get these locations for yourself, and you can visit these. This is all public, and you can visit these base locations and have matches with your friends, live stream them on your own channels or whatever you want to do. So this is for the community. This isn't an FDI thing. It's just being built in the FDI, but this is for the community, guys. And take advantage of it. This is going to be a lot of fun. And the more people that participate, the more fun it's going to be. And if No Man's Sky Beyond does end up taking certain MMO elements with regard to how many players can exist in one instance, it's going to be even more fun because we'll even have more people playing live. So, Dark Lord says people with 89% damage multi-tool will have an advantage in damage. Skill, however, is another thing. Yeah, Arsenal did a best 2 out of 3 against Snow Obsidian, Snow Obsidian is using a pre-next multi-tool. So it's got higher damage statistics than what is allowed in next. And he almost got killed by Arsenal. So it can be done because Arsenal is a skilled combatant. And so is Snow Obsidian. It's just that whatever Snow Obsidian whatever he has in damage capabilities, he has other weaknesses in terms of skill possibly that other players can exploit. And Arsenal almost took him down. So Snow Obsidian is very beatable, and we've got the right places to demonstrate your prowess and try to dethrone the undefeated PvP master. So, who has now located to the FDI for this purpose. Snow is really wanting to see who can beat him, who will be the first to beat him, and so that should be interesting and a lot of fun to witness. So gonna snap a quick picture with Arsenal here just real quick. I love this concept of how this was built inside. That is just genius, just pure genius. I love how everyone's figuring out how to build cylinders and things like that. That's really cool. Let's see if he's down to put a monument right here. Yes. Perfect. Lurk, refresh. What is going on, cuz? Peaceful Gamer says adjust the field of view to get a full shot. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but the thing is I'm always afraid to boundary failure. I'm always afraid to do that whenever there's a multiplayer scenario involved because being in photo mode in multiplayer can be dangerous. Wait, can I just
All right,
call
I'm
my...
back.
What up, dude? See if I can just summon my exocraft. No? Okay. Is there a geobay? Do we have a geobay? Yes. I wonder how I would get up there. Modification. There we go. TSS says, I am back for a bit. Thank you for coming back, TSS. Guys, we are at over
What's up, TS?
400 comments right now. At some moments, we've had over 30 viewers at one time on the stream. So I just want to thank you guys for the support while I have the opportunity to remember to say so. And I hope
Right,
everybody is
absolutely.
clicking that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and support the Hidden Panda Show. So if you've never heard of us before, we have been a member of this great community for a long time. And we've been playing the game since release day. We're Cobros. Me and Hidden met on Cobra TV. We decided to start our channel from there. We started out our No Man's Sky content creation experience as viewers, watching channels like Just Jared and Boondock and
Andy
Ivy,
Krychek.
Andy Krychek, Ivy Mike, Richard Huntington, MZK, Syrian, wherever he may be, all those people out
Kendall.
there. Kendall
Kendall, gotta give
Southwick,
Kendall a shout. Yeah, gotta give him a shout out.
so we've been in the community for a long time, faithful members, and glad you guys could make it by to check out our channel here. So really appreciate it.
Yes, much love. Dark Lord says other setting that in factor of PvP is first person / third person and the move / look setting. Peaceful says hashtag Syrian Gamer or gaming.
Grammy says it is really nice to chat with you all. I'm going to be going now, and I will share you in my Discord. Appreciate
Thank you,
that, Grammy.
Grammy.
Thank you.
Grammy is also another longtime viewer of the game. She was around early days of Cobra TV subcast.
A very common member on the Cobra TV subcast, in fact,
Yeah.
and a well-known community member. If you've never heard of Grammy or you've never been to her channel, make sure you click on that icon, show some love, some support to all members of the No Man's Sky community. So yeah, I mean, of course, so goes without saying. We are a constellation, as Cobra would say, and
Yep.
it is my belief that although much credit to Hello Games for No Man's Sky, for all these updates, for keeping the game alive in our hearts and minds, I would say that equal thanks to people in the community and content creators of all sizes, because this game would not still be a thing today. Hello Games would not have been able to make it through that, were it not for having such a good, positive community,
Yeah.
um, like the one that we have here in No Man's Sky. Probably the best community in all of gaming. Something that we all should be very proud of. And I love this community and everybody in it. So just want to shout
True.
that out while I'm in a sappy mood as well.
I second that.
Fuck yeah. Oh, here we go. So, uh, under Snartalark, says Grammy has the best Galactic Thunderdome episode. I remember bits and pieces of that. I'd have to go back and watch the whole thing, but the Galactic Thunderdome was fucking awesome. Excuse my language. And I love the idea of it, and I'm sad that either that base doesn't exist anymore or that it's not a part of Cobra TV anymore. But what I can tell you is that we have numerous bases, dedicated to PvP in the FBI, indoor and outdoor PvP arenas, and we're even doing like capture the flag type games, which we're going to release more details on. That's going to be really fun. We're going to be bringing that to the channel in the spirit of the Galactic Thunderdome, which is why we wanted to bring Snow Obsidian over to sort of be the top challenger that everyone should strive to defeat. Also, with the NMS, the No Man's Sky Con that Cobra does, um, this channel is going to be hosting PvP matches during that con, and different hubs will be doing different things and participating. And everything is still in the early planning stages, but that is one of the contributions that we will be making to the NMS Con. Will be our PvP bases for matches, and that would be really cool to see that live during that con. Um, Granny
Make
says
sure to
just
tune
one
in.
thing. Yeah, make sure you tune in. Um, I think the idea is to do that. We haven't settled on an official date yet. The idea is to do that in August. We don't know when this next major update from No Man's Sky is going to drop, but it's probably going to drop around that time. So we'll have a lot of buzz surrounding not only the NMS Con, but as well as the next update that's going to be dropping. So Gravy says just one thing. It is interesting how many people have seemed to left from the gaming community. So I'm always glad to see you all in different places. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grammy says, thanks, guys. You should all check out Hidden in Panda Amino site, a great place to hang out. Guys, we might not be the biggest hub out there. We have 116 members right now. We have a lot of bases in our capital system, though. I think we're getting close to around 30 bases. And we've got a lot of systems settled, and a lot of really great bases. We have a Millennium Falcon base that was built by Agent Tomcat. That was shared by Hello Games, and by Sean Murray himself. Shared that build. One of the bases in our hub was built in Epic space. Epic is one of our civs by Slade Braddock. That one of their bases, which was like a pirate ship that was built along the coast, that base was actually featured on Hello Games' website, with one of the updates. So, we've got some cool stuff to look at. We're a small hub, but we have some of the most prolific builders in all of the No Man's Sky community, and we have
So
one of the
true.
most active chats. Our chat and the FDI Amino is going 24/7. There's always people in there talking, always people in there chatting. It's always going off, always going off. You might as well just leave your notifications on mute. You never need a notification, because I guarantee you, if you just open the app
Every
and go to
time you
the
look at your
chat,
phone,
yeah,
or even just unlocking your phone to where like you're on like the lock screen, you're gonna see everything sitting there of people's chats. Happens to
yep,
me all day, every day.
it's running literally all day long. So
It's the app that never sleeps, so go check it out.
yeah, small hub, but great people, really well known community members there. And because we're a hub, we have a lot of different civs that make the FDI chat their sort of hangout spot. So you've got the NMS cafe there. You've got the
Right.
Galactic Combat Battery. You've got Epic Pirates. You've got the Royal Saturnalian Empire. You have the No Man's Sky Galactic Empire. It keeps going. The list keeps going. There's a lot of different civilizations that
J
are
Rush.
registered with us. So,
J Rush asks, how do you get there?
all right. So I will drop a link right now in the chat. So you should see that popping up any second now. Um, but that you essentially click on that. You can access it through the Amino phone application on Android or iOS, or you could just visit the website. A lot of people use the web extension to do the Amino. The reason why I use Amino as opposed to Discord, and we have a separate Amino for the Hidden Panda Show, which we're going to start sharing that link as well for people to join, where we talk about other games, not No Man's Sky, not just No Man's Sky. So we've got Red Dead there, and all kinds of other games that we play, Subnautica that people post there. Um, but the reason why we use Amino is Amino has one of the best wikis, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It is so easy to organize information on Wiki, on Amino. We've got wikis. We've got website links to places where you can decipher portal coordinates or signal booster coordinates. We've got blog posts, polls, private and public chats, everything in that one application, as well as voice and video chat and screening room. So there's a lot of different things that you can do from the Amino link, and that is why we chose that as the communication hub for the Free Delta Initiative hub, because everything can be done there. So we have the Delta Diner, which is our public chat. That's where everybody hangs out. We've got a separate chat for PC FDI hub members. We've got a separate chat for Xbox FDI hub members, and then everybody talks to everybody else in the Delta Diner chat room, public chat room. But we've got
Right.
posts, shared folders. You can share videos. You can share GIFs, pictures, screenshots. You can create an entire wiki of ship locations, portal coordinates to bases, discoveries, things like that. You could even create a shared folder where everybody can compile all of their favorite screenshots, and it's all backed up on the server. And it's
Right.
completely free to use. So
J
no
Rush
membership.
asks. J Rush asks, creative mode.
We don't really have a presence in creative mode. Almost everything is in normal. But we do have some permadeath stuff going on. So we've got on Xbox, our curator for our Xbox community has established a survival slash permadeath welcome center at the FDI Capital. We've got something similar for PC. So we don't really PC Ash Facta, one of our PC members. Almost all of his builds are in creative mode on PC. We just don't have much of a PS4 PC or PS4 creative presence. But you could be the first. So you could come
I was
over
gonna
there and
say
start doing your
he
thing
could
in creative.
create it.
Yeah,
Right.
you could be the first and attract other people to do it. So
There you go, J
um,
Rush.
and you're going to find a very welcoming group when you arrive there. Everybody's super cool, and the thing is there's no pressure. A lot of hubs out there, like and this isn't meant to be disparaging because everybody has their own style, but you have the
Right.
UAS, which is sort of a sieve of the Galactic Hub, or you have the Galactic Hub or AGT or all these different people, and they have what's called naming conventions, which are if you're part of their hub, you have specific rules and bylaws that you have to follow, what you have to name a planet or a system, sort of the guidelines on how to do that. And that's part of their organizational methodology. We don't have that. We're sort of the Wild West of the Euclid galaxy. We don't have those rules. We have one rule, it's respect. Our motto is freedom, friends, fortune, and it's the Free Delta Initiative. So it's just a collection of players in a particular group of space. You respect the people around you. That's the only rule. You can build what you want, where you want, name whatever you want, what you want, play how you want to play. There's been times where I've been streaming and one of our members, Remus, has just dropped in and killed me in the middle of a stream, and that's okay. We accept all play styles in the FDI. We've got people who role play, write stories, build PvP arenas, do PvP matches. people who like to explore, build creative, out of the box bases. We have a TIE fighter that someone built, a Millennium Falcon. We have the Starship Enterprise. Slade Braddock made a giant replica of Darth Vader. So we have everything for everybody. That's not hyperbolic, and that's not I'm not joking. Like, that's 100% serious. Am I right, Hidden?
Oh, absolutely. AKA Scott says permadeath PvP win or start over. That's really interesting.
That's a great idea, and I know that Chimp Sidious and Arsenal would be all on board for that. So that's something that we could try to create as well. It would be a very high stakes PvP scenario, and I think that would be fun for a lot of people. I think a lot of people
Yeah,
could buy into that idea.
yeah.
So,
So come on over, AKA Scott, and be the first to get that going.
and there's it doesn't matter what console or what what you're playing on, because we've got a little bit of everybody there. So we've got PC, we've got Xbox, we've got PlayStation 4. So like we have the Royal Saturnalian Empire as one of our civs. Right now, they've got 40 something Xbox players that they play specifically in permadeath. Specifically, they're a little bit more hardcore, and they're Xbox. And then we've got our PC guys. Some of their saves are in creative, some of their saves are in normal mode. So we've got a little bit of everything for everyone on all three platforms. And if
This
Hello
is
Games ever releases cross-platforming, we're primed and ready for that. So we don't exclude anybody.
so I just clicked on LC Kaufman, went to his channel, and guys, he does have a channel, and if I actually just subscribed to LC Kaufman, so there you go, bro. I am subscribed. For everyone, go check out LC Kaufman's channel. I just seen that he has a channel.
Please do,
Hope you
please
don't
do.
mind. Hope you don't mind. I'm giving you a plug there, LC.
He's been the one that's built the last three arenas that you just saw during this stream. They were
Right.
built by LC, also known as Arsenal in our FDI chat. And Chimp Sidious, I don't want to go to our hub capital right now because it tends to have negative. Fuck it, I'm gonna go. It has negative effects on the game, but I've been streaming long enough. If it crashes, I'm happy with everything. So, but yeah,
Also, if there's
it can be
anybody
bad.
watching that you want us to check out your channel or you want your channel to be known, you know, say something in the comments, and I'll go sub you and give you a plug.
Yep.
No
Also,
problem, LC.
the way that I've been promoting the FDI in terms of the kinds of people that we want to attract, if you are part of a group, a hub, or a civilization where you're getting in trouble, maybe you're breaking the rules, you've gotten a ban hammer or two, you're who we want. We want the people who they're not good at playing by the rules. We want the outlaws, the pirates, the bounty hunters, the heretics. That's what we want. Someplace where you can be wild and free. That's the FDI.
Right.
If you don't want somebody swooping in and killing you, you're in the wrong place. It just we created the FDI because of everything that happened with the whole low core incident and all that different shit before No Man's Sky Next dropped, with all the role playing, warmongering and stuff about PvP and all that fear. And people were trying to control how other people played and experienced No Man's Sky. And we said, fuck that, and created the FDI so that all people of all play styles that love No Man's Sky could play in one place. So if you do role play, we've got a chat for you. We've got people who like to do that. If you want PvP, we've got that too. If you want to explore and do research, we've got that too. If you like hunting ships, we've got that too. We've got everything for everyone. All right, so this is our hub system. This is our hub capital. We've got a few bases here on this planet. It's called Nope. We're gonna whip around real quick and show you our pride and joy. Our pride and joy is called Anya, and don't let those little icons fool you. A lot of those bases are really close together, and there's many more
Yeah.
bases there than you can actually see. There's quite a lot. So
Yeah, I have a hard time finding my own base every time I come to this planet. There's just that many icons on it.
yeah, some of them they're like 3 or 4 bases stacked like behind each other in terms of where the icon is.
Right.
So
But it's a really awesome planet and it has some really awesome builds there. I'm really proud to be on that planet.
I'm going to be ending the stream here in just a second. I'm trying to find the right base to actually end the stream at. Kind of want to show off to anybody that's new here.
Go to the Falcon.
Good call. Good call. That's a killer base. We're going to the Falcon. Guys, we're going to show you the Millennium Falcon. And you'll see the TIE Fighter there while we're at it.
Star Wars Freak says hi. What's up? Star Wars Freak, you joined at the right time. We're actually going to the Millennium Falcon build on our planet right now. So hope you enjoy it out of everybody.
Oh yeah, you really showed up at the right time. So we're about to show you the TIE Fighter and the Millennium Falcon, built in our Free Delta Initiative hub.
So if you want to move to this hub, it sounds like this is the perfect place for you to live. Real talk.
Yep, and you can find the portal address to the hub capital. I'm going to post the FDI link again for anybody that's just joining or curious, so that you can click on that. And in the wiki section, you'll see an area that says wiki with trophies on either side. If you go to the wiki section, that's where you're going to see all the different portal locations to all the cool things that you would have seen during this stream.
Yep.
Man, I really cannot wait for this Beyond update. In the meantime, though, I'm going to be enjoying. I'm going to buy a Division 2 next week. I'm going to be enjoying some Division 2, some of this Red Dead Redemption 2. God, I wish I would have jumped on that much earlier. That game is cold as fuck.
Are you not enjoying that, bro?
Oh my god, bro. Such a sick game. It's one of the most amazing looking games I've played, and the mechanics feel really terrific.
Feel polished.
They really do.
Right. Like GTA 5 mechanics were kind of like wonky on like running sideways and stuff like that. It kind of felt weird to me. But Red Dead, it feels more taken care of, I guess, more polished.
Yep.
J Spot J, what's up, dude?
What's going on, J Spot?
J Spot is a long-time watcher. He's been around since like Atlas Rises, maybe, yeah.
Shit, maybe even before that. Maybe came around right around Pathfinder. I'm thinking.
Right. I see J Spot on Cobra all the time.
Oh yeah, always in the Cobra chat. Definitely a Cobra.
Always him, Walt, Peaceful Gamer, Sand.
Every now and again, if I get
lucky, a lot of you guys are on Cobra.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, he's sort of like the central channel surrounding the No Man's Sky community. Essentially, everybody knows Cobra.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I get lucky and I'm up late enough when J Spot tends to be streaming usually, or I don't have work that day. Normally when he's streaming, I'm like working late at night or I'm not up. But every now and again, I'll catch like his streams.
Dude, that is like the most accurate looking Falcon you could ever. Like, I would not be able to build that, bro. Straight up, I can admit that. That is not something I'd be able to even do.
Oh, it had to be painstaking, bro, to like get that built. When everything's rendering, it like doesn't let me land for some reason.
Hopefully, it'll pop in.
Oh, it's hidden by the clouds now. I don't know where it is.
Well, you're actually on the way. Never mind, I was going to say it's to your left, but... Oh, Jay, I think we're talking about you being on the Hidden Panda show, like coming to the Hidden Panda show. Yes, we've been around since launch as well. Man, these clouds are really covering it up right now.
Yep. Dude, I went back on Facebook the other day and watched a video clip of that I had posted on Facebook of Pathfinder. It's so crazy,
Uh,
like when you think back to then. You know what I
like
mean?
how much time, right? Like how much time has actually gone by.
Yeah. Like just
Yeah.
how different the game was. Like
Oh, very
seeing
much so.
seeing those graphics and everything, and just like thinking of how different the game was then. There we go.
Peaceful Gamer says, "Man, I still remember seeing the VGX trailer in 2013. Blew my mind." Yeah, dude, I heard about No Man's Sky in a Game Informer magazine. I was flipping through it and I started reading about No Man's Sky and I was like, "What is this?" And I immediately went to YouTube to try and find videos and couldn't find anything but Cobra, and that's exactly where I discovered Cobra. He was the only person kind of talking about No Man's Sky, and
Star Wars freak, here we go.
I thought the Atlas logo was a new Sims game. I could see that. J Spot says, "I agree, Panda. This game has come a long way." Very true.
It's just so crazy seeing the evolution of it over 2 years and on the same equipment. It's hard to believe that it's the same game. It's so different now. It's almost like we're playing a sequel, and it's actually being chased by the Tie Fighter off in the distance, which that also takes forever to load in. The Tie Fighter was built by Slade Braddock, and it's actually a really nice looking build. And I've got some really cool screenshots of uh, of the Millennium Falcon with the Tie Fighter behind it chasing it.
So sick.
But we've even got the little radar dish, the cannons on the roof. Star Wars Freak says that's actually sick. Yeah, bro. Oh, check this out. So you can actually go inside. I'm gonna wait for this part of it to load up, so I don't know if it'll let me go in. Let me see. Yeah, it's not gonna let me go in. I gotta wait for that door to load in. But it actually has the entire interior of the actual Millennium Falcon. So Agent Tomcat thought all the way through to the point where there's the little area where the little hologram chessboard game is, where there's the little droid flying around where Obi-Wan and Luke were training on the lightsaber and how to use the Force to sense, around you and stuff like that. So the entire interior, there it goes, is done as well. So we'll go inside and show you some of those different rooms, and then we'll end the stream here because this is just an amazing place to end the stream. But
Oh my god. Sketchy.
so this this serves as like the engine room essentially. So like that's what like that's supposed to be, is like the reactors and shit. And you come back this way. I'll go around. All right, before we do that, let's go in this room. So I think this is actually the room with the with all the stuff in it. Yeah, there it is. So there's like that hologram game table where everybody sits, where they play that sort of hologram game. There's the workstation. There's the little droid that was shooting a little laser at Luke Skywalker when he was training with the lightsaber. So that's been incorporated into here as well. Um, let's see.
It's the chessboard. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
Deirdrick or something like that.
Well, because there's a couple different games in Star Wars. Because you have Sabacc, which is like their version of poker, their card game,
Mm.
and then we've got the cockpit as well, the Millennium Falcon cockpit.
Funny says it's cool how the Falcon looks like it's parked in Cloud City. Very true. Sword's also asking what time are you guys doing RDR? We're not really sure right now,
It's
Sword.
probably going to be like later on tonight. Like I'm probably thinking like between like 9 and 10 ish.
Yeah.
We'll do a little a couple of missions in multiplayer because I just got it like the other day, and dude, I freaking love RDR2. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
If you didn't know what that was. Uh,
Right.
Funny name says it's cool how the Park in Cloud City. You just read that. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Like I love how he did the cockpit. Like he took the time to. A lot of people when they'll build like a voxel base and they'll build just the actual physical representation of it, but very few people will actually take the time to go in and build the inside. And
Mm-hmm.
Agent Tomcat built the entire interior, and you really feel like you're walking around like an actual proper ship. You know, I mean, he really did a lot more
Yeah, he
than
really
most people would have done.
very true. And no Star Wars freak, we didn't make this. He's I think Agent Tomcat made this, yeah.
Yeah, he's a member of the FDI Hub and the NMS Cafe.
And then Slade made the TIE Fighter, I think.
Yep, the Tie Fighter in the background that was made by Slade.
Okay.
There's a couple more rooms in there, but I easily get lost. It's kind of like a maze. But it's something I recommend that you come check out yourself. Like I said, if you click on the link that I posted earlier, and I'll post it again. I know that's annoying, but I'll do it again just in case for Star Wars Freak. Um, but
Um,
if you want to see
I
this yourself, you can click on the link and go to our hub page. And if you click on Wiki, the portal addresses to all of these locations are there. So you don't have to participate in our hub stuff. You can just literally go there and get the portal location to come visit this base. And then there's the TIE Fighter in the background. So
so yeah, peaceful. He hasn't. He says haven't played RDR2 in a while now. The online griefing was pissing me off. So Red Dead Redemption has a new update. If you haven't heard, coming out in spring, that changes the whole
supposed to
glitch
fix that.
situation. Yeah, it's supposed to fix a lot of that. So look into that. I'll be making a video on it here very soon when I get the time. Yeah, so check that out.
All right, guys. So I think I'm going to call it here. We got a lot of great discussion. We talked about some of our speculation regarding the Beyond update, what we thought might be coming, what we would like to see. We talked about Sean Murray's talk at GDC. We talked about Google Stadia and what that could possibly mean for gaming and a few other topics. We got to showcase some of our hub builds and bases. Got to talk to you guys about some PvP stuff that we're really excited to bring to the channel regarding No Man's Sky. Some really cool PvP arenas and a few more still under construction. So right now we've got 3 or 4 actually built and ready, with more underway. This is going to be a big focus of the channel to keep us busy and entertained between now and this next update. So we're going to have a lot of PvP-based events, a lot of death matches, team battles, capture the flag type things. Because right now there's just not much to talk about. Honestly, there's no community event. There's not a lot. There's no ARG. There's not really much in the way to make content on. And so rather than sit there and spend 8-10 minutes breaking down a 20-second trailer, I figured, let's do a couple of speculation streams, and then we'll actually do events, and that's what we're going to stream regarding No Man's Sky. We're going to do events. We're going to do racing and PvP for now, and so yeah. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch the channel. It really means a lot for me, to me, that you guys are here. If you're new to the channel, this is your first time, make sure to click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to see more content from us. A lot of what we cover is No Man's Sky related, but we do stream other games. Subnautica, Red Dead Redemption 2, we've streamed The Division, Ghost Recon Wildlands,
GTA
Steve,
5.
GTA 5, tons of other games. Um, Far Cry 5, which that series was hilarious. Just really funny
Yeah.
antics went down. So we do lots of other games, but a lot of what we cover is No Man's Sky because that's how me and Hidden met. We're members of the No Man's Sky community and have been since launch, and
Yep.
so that's where a lot of our attention goes. But yeah, so if you're new, like I said, hit the like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Hidden, you got any last remarks?
No, I think you covered it all. It's been awesome talking to you guys. Thank you for coming out, and
Oh,
I'll see you guys next time.
plug your band real quick, man, and your tour,
Oh, so
just the
yeah,
cities you're going to.
okay, okay. So yeah, I leave Tuesday night, and I'm going on tour with Crazy Town. If you don't know who Crazy Town is, they have a hit song "Butterfly" in the early 2000s. But we are going on tour with them for 4 days, starting Tuesday, and I will be going to Virginia Beach, um, Bristol, Tennessee, Pipestem, West Virginia, and Columbus, Ohio. And then coming in May, I'm going on tour with Twisted, um, who is around like ICP. If you don't know Twisted, check them out. But I'll be doing 4 days with them, and I will let you guys know those dates and places I'm going to. But if you guys are in those areas that I mentioned, Virginia Beach, Bristol, Tennessee, Pipestem, West Virginia, and Columbus, Ohio, if you are close to any of those and you want to see my band, Head Trauma, check us out on YouTube. We have 2 music videos out, Take Your Panties Off and American Greed. Both music videos are awesome. I highly advise you guys to look into it. I do play drums in the band, so there's that. So yeah, check us out if you're interested in those shows. It'd be really cool to meet you guys. So yeah.
And just a real quick shout out, something that's just happened in the last few seconds. So really proud of Hidden for what he's doing with the band, the 2 music videos, the tour, and already booking his next tour right after that. So he's going to be very busy. That's why you guys really don't get to see much of Hidden anymore. But he can entertain you guys in a variety of different ways, including through his music, his live performances, and the music videos that his band does. So
which
you can
which is
still,
a
you can,
great
yeah.
that's a great point. I will be streaming on the Hidden Panda show while I'm on this tour. I'm not filming the entire thing, but there will be moments that I go live that'll be like sound checks or just cruising in the van or stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in all that, stay tuned in because I will be going on the road.
Yep, just some behind the scenes type stuff, just to kind of see them on the road.
Right,
Because Hidden does offer a lot in the way of he can entertain you guys while on the road with his music, this tour, everything. So even though he can't be here on the channel all the time and streaming and stuff like that, you guys can keep up to date and follow up with the comings and goings of his life. And then I want to give another shout out to Star Wars Freak who posted in the chat, said that he subbed. Really appreciate that.
thank
Awesome.
you, man, thank you.
Welcome to the Hidden Panda Show channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the chat. Guys, it's been real. Probably one of the longest streams I've ever done, and it's been fun and exciting the whole time, and it went off without any glitches and without any hitches. So see you guys later on in the Euclid Galaxy, bitches.
Peace.